Well, hello everybody out there. How's everybody doing today? It is 3 March 2024, the first Sunday of March. Getting set up for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show pre-show, and then at the top of the hour, I hope that we can take and get things going and make sure that we have a full radio broadcast and stream for you tonight. I did have some difficulties on Wednesday due to patches and updates that created some issues for me. I went back. I didn't stream for like up until tonight. After that, and to get everything ironed and worked out. Hope you all take and have a good evening and stick with us because we got the funny tonight. Because that's right, Willie will be in later on. Up near the second hour. That's when Willie usually comes on. Brings the funny and the craziness to everything. Checking everything out. Looks like everything's going good here. Streaming well all over the place. Let's see. Checking in over here on YouTube. See how we look in there. Facebook looks pretty good. Kick looked pretty good. Odyssey was looking pretty great. As well as Rumble. And Twitch. Y'all were looking pretty good. Just going through. I got live space and over there to Josh Hu TV. I was talking to Josh Hu earlier today. He's a great guy. We're working on trying to get him back. Hey there, Marco DJ and Cecilia Adams. Welcome. Glad you all can make it into the Kick chat. Yeah. I know that Cecilia's probably listening in on over at Facebook as well. Appreciate her help all the way. What in the world is going on here? Yay! Don't mind me. I'm just waiting for our host to connect up. And no issues tonight, folks. I am worked very hard to try to make sure that this is an issue-less night, not an issue night. Yeah, Josh and I had a little talk earlier today, and Josh has just been really busy. Got lots of projects coming up. He's doing everything he can to keep things going over at Joshua TV. If you're a streamer and you want to be on a platform that is 100% free speech, no one in there checking in on you. There's no site or platform mods other than him, and so you're responsible for your own station while you're there. So if you want to check him out, I like Josh. We're broadcasting everywhere. We're over on X as well. Josh and I usually talk back and forth on X or Facebook. Sometimes we call each other right on the phone. Normally that's when I'm helping him with some tech work for the platform. Let me see if it's going to let me join the call tonight. Taking a deep breath, waiting for it to connect up. Sometimes it's we get a little anxiety when we broadcast, folks. I love that command, Cecilia. Keep using it. Do 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 do. Okay, let's try that then. Haha. I'm waiting for Skype to connect me. And what do we got here? Will it let me? Will it do? Hello, hello, hello. I can't hear anybody, but, it's just like taking its good old time tonight. I did go through everything.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going? It did
How
take
you
a
doing?
little bit to connect tonight, but not as bad as on Wednesday. So, it's a good sign at least for now.
Okay. Sounds good.
We got Marco DJ chat. And
I was
we
like,
got
you can go to hell.
Cecilia
I was
Adams.
like, you can go
Oh
to
my
hell.
God. No.
I was
you
like,
gotta be kidding me.
go to
That's
hell. You can all just
Oh my
go to
God.
hell.
We got him. We got the man back in the house. David Hogg, how are
Oh
you?
my God, really?
Uh,
Guess who I was talking to tonight? Today, this
Read up.
afternoon, before all the shows and everything. Like, it was probably about noon or 1-ish. Josh and I had a sit down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Josh and I had a sit down today, and I said, "Hey,
Oh.
Josh, what the hell's going on, man?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just busy, just trying to keep everything afloat." And I'm like, "Yeah, we need to have you come on every now and then. We'll help you do that. We'll put word out for you and get you out there. Because we're on a lot of platforms now, a lot more than what we were."
Hmm.
Goes, yeah, I see that.
Okay.
I'm like,
But we do have David Hogg in the room right now, and he hasn't said a word yet. David, how are you?
I have said a few words, haven't I? Is this not working?
Is that David? That really David
Okay,
in the
you heard-
background?
What up, David?
How's it going, man?
It's going. It's good to have you back
Alright.
tonight, and we've missed you so
I'm not
much.
back. Just visiting briefly. Yeah.
Okay. Just to come by and say hi, though, and even if you just do a little bit of the pre-chat, man, it's good to hear from everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Can you hear me, David? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear you.
Man, I'd give you a kiss full on the lips, but we're
Oh man,
I don't know. I saved, so that face
You
was
keep that-
scarier
you-
than normal. Yeah.
And did you bring Michael?
No. No. Long story.
I really wanted that 1 hour, interview between Michael and Ansel.
Yeah.
Oh man, so what's new with you, man?
Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to let them cut into my chest because they want to explore and try to find another parathyroid gland. So it's like, no.
how many did you grow while you were?
Well, I know that's the thing, So, yeah, I mean, I let them cut my throat twice. Like, no, you're not going in my chest this time. I guess the positive I have to report is 2 dialysis sessions ago, they finally approved to put me on that injectable stuff for the parathyroid. So I've been sailing on nothing for like 4 or 5 months. It's taken them this long to approve it. So,
Yeah.
so hopefully in about a month, my numbers should start dropping and I can start feeling a little better. But, I'm not
Good, man.
Yep. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, excellent.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm just doing the same old stuff, and as is Barry, and Yotivation will be in here any second. She's just gonna flip out when she sees you
You
here.
didn't tell him about
know that.
Wednesdays now. He's been out so long that we actually
been out.
picked up an extra hour on Wednesday.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, fellas. What? David
Hey,
Hogg? Is David Hogg
Yotivation.
here?
Told ya.
Oh my gosh. How are you?
Hello?
Are you
Oh,
guys?
no. He's too shy.
He's just shy.
Are you kidding?
Ah,
Yeah, we just made a fake account to mess with you.
You guys did not.
awesome. I am a voice AI.
Oh,
I am a voice AI. Say something stupid. Say something stupid. No, stupid. You say something.
I missed you so much. Oh my gosh, I could cry.
check.
We're so happy to hear your voice.
Well, that's good. Who's knocking stuff over?
Who else?
Check.
That's it.
There you go, Barry.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, we can't hear you.
I can't hear
What
myself.
did you say? Did you say
It's weird. I can't hear
something,
myself
Barry?
though.
Yeah. He's no longer Bullhorn Barry. He's now Bull in the China Shop Barry.
Bull in the China
Hey man,
shop,
I've missed
Barry.
the Dixie Cup bullhorn challenges. It's been
Dixie Cup David. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. I am wiping tears out of my eyes. How have you been?
I've been good. Living arrangements have changed.
Uh-oh.
We now have a 30-year-old male living in the spare room.
Oh,
It is Mrs. Hogg's youngest child.
okay.
Okay.
Yep. So he's here.
That explains the video I saw of a new puppy who was playing in Pepper's puddle.
Yes.
And I heard this voice, and I'm like, that's not him.
Yep. I don't know if he wants to reveal his name or not. So
No, I wouldn't.
anyway.
Now I know.
So we get these big 5-gallon buckets from the candy company. They always have like sugar in them, basically, in the syrup. So we put them out and let the bees clean them. So this 30-year-old male was talking about how there was probably have to be bees somewhere on the property, because there were so many bees. And so I'm sitting outside, and Hansel channels through.
Oh,
And
no.
Hansel was like, it's very easy, If you want to find out where the bees are located, all you have to do is just keep an eye on them. And when you see them fly away, you just follow them. You see, that's why it's a bee line. You just follow the bee to the line.
Hansel, I can't even believe it. We didn't.
Hansel.
Yeah, we didn't know if he was going to make it through the surgery or not. And here, now we get Hansel too?
Yeah. I had all sorts of ideas. Hansel, so, yeah.
Yeah. Hansel's pretty easy to do. It's not like Michael. Michael's a strain on the voice for sure. Or the ambassador to the King of Nigeria.
The prince to the king of Nigeria!
Oh, no.
There you go.
Oh, the personalities returned.
Oh, yes.
We lost a huge cast with you not being here for
I know.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not the host, too.
Good thing.
Yep.
We do have.
Carrying talent bozos across the finish line every Sunday night.
I can hear you saying it too. I bring the funny.
I brings the funny.
And you know what you do? You bring the funny. We miss you so much.
Yeah. I don't know if I could bring the funny. We'll have to see. So, like today, you're back. I'm like, no, I'm not back.
Just baby steps.
Are you just here for the pre-show, or are you going to join us for some of the actual show tonight, or all of it?
Just the pre-show.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Get through. And Athena is carrying up a napkin. Good job, girl.
I'm sure there's so many of our listeners out there who are also equally as happy to hear your voice and to hear that you're doing all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yes.
Stubborn ones always stick around.
Oh, yeah. But I am now walking around with a flippin' cane.
Excellent. Progress.
Okay.
We take progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a good thing. Not a good
Is
thing.
it a
Hey.
cane with a rhinestone and all that shit?
No. It's the cane I've had for ages that,
Okay.
hardly ever use.
Yeah.
You should
You
look
need
at
a real
this.
pimped out cane with a cape,
Well, you say pimped out. Hey, stop stealing my shoe. Come back here. Come back here. Thank you. Thank
You
you
start
very
a
much.
show called Pimp My Cane.
Tip my cane. That's it. All right.
You
I'm putting this shoe up where you can't get it. So, it is a pimp cane because it did get stolen from a Walgreens.
Oh.
what?
Uh-huh.
Accidentally.
Oh,
I'm,
really?
I'm not even sure the full story behind it. I just remember when I left the Walgreens, I realized that the cane had not been paid for. So.
Well, I was just going to share with you. There's this guy that I met online some time ago.
Oh no, not that. Beware of scammers.
He actually is a veteran, and he, was disabled. He had a fake leg, and he had to use a cane. And he went to one of those rallies in either Seattle or Oregon for Antifa, and he was attacked. They took his leg, they beat him with his cane, and from that day forward, he said he needed to design a cane that you could use to protect yourself. And he started a company called Patriot Cane, and he builds sturdy canes that will help you defend yourself if anything should happen, but also be sturdy enough that should any situation, you're good to go, in good hands.
Tactical assault cane. I think.
Hey, it's Game Playboy 2222 in the Kick Chat. Welcome aboard.
Thanks for joining us.
David, God, we broadcast to so many places nowadays.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, 10 different platforms or something.
14.
Like, go live to.
14 platforms.
But unless David Hall, it doesn't count.
And I invited a bunch of friends tonight.
Right?
Oh, good.
And where are they?
Yeah. And where did Barry go?
I think he was having issues with his mic.
Oh, so funny. I haven't used my mic for so long, and I thought, well, you know what, I better break it out and just see if I get a better quality with it. It's not even a great mic. It's a replacement. Remember that Yeti I used to have? Well, it's not that. And my niece's kids were here, and I just went to it tonight. The thing is so broken. They destroyed it.
Yeah.
But at least now I can get a Yeti again.
I also, now that I think about it, I did tell Barry that if you ever came back, I'd drop him like a bad habit. So,
Barry, you could not be the butt of the.
I'm back. I'm back.
okay.
Not need to be the butt. Yep. I tell you what, Mark and I have been talking about this. You and I will take over the Thursday show and the Saturday show.
The what?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'd like to see that happen, man. Let's do it.
Thursday and Saturday? You want me to?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well,
Thursday nights
it's
are
no
so
more
hard
work for you
me.
because that's the whole reason why David Hogg hadn't been on the show, because he's been doing those other two shows for Mark.
Oh, gotcha.
I thought he told you by now.
No, never.
Oh man. Oh, well, there you go.
In fact, he specifically denied any knowledge of that whatsoever. Even
Typical Mark.
Yeah,
Dog, did you find
he
Ron
even
Atkins?
denied it
Oh, my
from
God.
me. What are you talking about?
Oh my God! What a lovely mess you've made, dog. Oh,
you don't make messes, do you, doggy? You're my dog. You don't ever make a mess. You're a good girl.
Hey, man, you've got your voice. That's what's like awesome, man.
Oh,
Your voice is
Yeah.
sounds good and strong, man.
yeah. And just recently, I've started kind of being myself.
Yeah.
You mean you weren't before? You were somebody else before?
I don't know who that person was,
Yeah,
but
me-
it was scary.
I-
All right, what is that?
I won't confirm or deny that I knew anything about that.
All right, dog.
Your posts have been top notch, though. They've been on the money, on the mark.
I hadn't posted much.
When you do, they're on the money.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the progress with AI, David?
Man.
It has gone, quite a bit. Guys.
Yeah, the Gemini.
Yep. I need to let everyone go. Maybe I'll try to join on next Sunday, man. All right.
Yeah, or Wednesday. You know when we're on, man. Pop in any time. You're always 1,000% welcome.
All right, man. Good luck on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it break a
See you
leg?
soon, brother.
Hey,
love you, David.
Even if
break a leg.
David, if you can't,
Keep getting better, man. Keep getting better.
Yeah,
All right,
just kind of just leave us in there. You listen in. That way you can catch up on what's been going on. You don't have to talk. We want you to, but you don't have to. You can just listen
probably
in.
is probably I'm getting in too deep already. Pull back. Mistake. No, we're so happy. And for any of our newer listeners who might not be aware, David Hogg has been with our show for, I don't know, 2-3 years probably at least.
But he's not just David Hogg. He's many on us.
He's so many. He's just incredible. He's like 30 different people wrapped up in
I mean, we don't want to make him sound like he's, Sybil or something. These are things, characters, okay?
Yeah.
And
so the music he does, the AI stuff, the art, the images, he just brings so much to the table.
I bet he's going to freak out
fun guy.
when he sees Sora, if he hasn't seen that yet. Because that's some state-of-the-art. Yeah, OpenAI Sora. Have you not seen the clips that have come out of that?
No.
It's text to motion, and it's basically almost on par with reality. And it's not just 3 or 4 second clips or extended out to 8 seconds. It's up to 60 seconds.
The movies. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, I mean, basically, we're getting to the point where entire movies will be able to be created from text at some point in time. And that's a little bit a ways away. But here's the thing. They went from, if you've ever remember seeing the first text to motion of Will Smith eating spaghetti. Have you seen that video clip?
No.
Oh, okay, you got to see that, dude. It's hilarious. But
I'm in the dark on this whole subject, aren't I?
which is strange because usually you're on top of this kind of stuff. But anyway, it's not necessarily all New World Order stuff either, or political. It's really, I think that the tech is going to help a lot of people. It's going to give people opportunity that don't have the big money, don't have the budget to do creative things, and it's just going to be another tool. It's not going. I don't think anytime soon it's going to it cause every graphic artist or filmmaker or cinema photographer to go extinct, but it's definitely going to open the doors for people to create stuff that used to have to be created on a huge budget.
Well, there goes all.
And that's leveling the peg. That's leveling the playground.
There goes all the new movie people that would actually get jobs that were found in advertising. Think about that.
Oh yeah, there's
there's
definitely a downside to
that part will go away if because 30 seconds to 45 seconds, wow, that TV. Can you imagine what they pay for that? Now you get now you can get your grade school son or daughter to take and make it for you. I don't know.
There's definitely downsides, man. There's no question about it. I'm against all of the downsides of AI, but I don't think there's any stopping it. So we might as well make it.
What's
Yotivation,
Elon
how are
Musk,
you doing this week?
Is that the thing that Elon Musk is suing about right now?
Yeah, he's suing
AI?
OpenAI because they're going for more financial gain instead of being OpenAI and basically freely being given to everybody. They decided to do a profit model, and that's not what they told him. And I guess he's a big in it. Huh?
He wants the profit model, right?
No, he doesn't. He wants it to be more freely given.
Yeah, OpenAI is the open source, AI project. So he's expecting it to be open, transparent, and all these things that it apparently not living up to.
I'm sure the FBI, the intelligence agencies, have something to do with it. They traded, with the fact checkers. That really seems to be when they started digging their claws in, and now they probably got a what do you call that stream system? Like no kinks. And they probably helped program the bias into the AI.
Oh, they've already done that. But there's other people that are creating open AI systems that are non-biased. And suppose Grok, which is Elon Musk's version of ChatGPT-5, is very open and like it leans conspiratorial, according to Alex Jones. I haven't tested it. You have to be like a premium member, I think, to even use it. So on Twitter.
See, that's the problem, you know. And it's probably attached to that new thing in Twitter, Gorka or whatever it's called, or Grok. And, you know, you have to subscribe to be part of that. And I'm like, nah, not me. If it's not free, it's not for me.
Well, Mike Adams has created his own, and you'll be able to use it for your own, like, Minds page or social media page or for whatever, and it'll take all the data in of everything you've posted, and it'll basically become an avatar, an AI avatar of yourself. So you could actually, if they couldn't reach you, they could reach your avatar and ask your avatar questions.
Crazy.
Which I think is actually kind of, you know, I mean, it's not 100% proof, but it's, as far as marketing goes, a way to get your content out there, another way to get it out there. Like I said, man, I'm going to use it as a tool. I'm not going to let it merge with me, and I'm not going to put it in my body, but and I'm not going to use it if it's putting out the wrong kind of information. But if I can use it for my agenda, yeah, I'm going to use it. But I think there's always going to be the need and necessity for real people, because you even saw one thing they've never been able to capture with 3D or any of this stuff is the essence of the life force in the eye. You can see it in photos, but you can't see it in video. You just can't replicate it. You can't replicate the soul. Right. Impossible.
Right. They don't want to replicate the soul. They just want to steal them.
I think they're stealing quite a few, aren't they, out there these days?
Sure. Name of the game. But we're back.
Oh, yeah.
So, censorship.
Yes, ma'am.
Notice in your wallet today, I signed up for your top tier.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you. I did not notice that. Wow. That's quite generous sponsorship of my channel. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's just tokens, so don't get too excited.
Okay. I'll have to put some content on there for you.
Well, you inspired me to start my own tier system today, so.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's easy to do. It takes like a couple minutes. It's not hard.
Oh, yeah.
You just
fun.
You gotta put content in, you know, otherwise there's you know, not much reason to subscribe if you're not putting content.
So how do you do that? Like, where do you go to the tier part?
When you make a new post, there's the post options, or it might be the $sign or one of those. It's like you can, there's a way to do it. When you make a new post, there's an option like.
It's not the Minds Plus thing, is it?
No, it's different than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Patreon, where you put up content behind a firewall and supporters can come pay you cash or tokens or whatever to gain access to that.
Okay.
So lucky for me, I have time to figure it out because I don't have anybody in my tier system yet that I know of. Well, it was fun. I made my tiers like, the first tier is I laughed a little, and the second one was like I learned a little, and the third one was like I spent too much time here and I'm not sorry, or something like that. And then the fourth tier was like I'm addicted to yo.
See, if I was a chick, I'd be like, you know, just the tip, right? Shit like that. Base, second base, third, just the tip, home run.
Let me just go edit that. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was so good to hear David Hogg tonight.
Sure was. Man.
No,
And I was having problems the whole time, so I missed hearing what he had to say. So you guys will have to fill me in.
All right, here's your
really
countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorshipsucks Roundtable Show Sunday Night Edition, where we hang out, have fun, get into the news, and maybe even check in with Willie in the second hour. And boy, great news. We had David Hogg come by and visit us during the show. Was that not awesome?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it put my heart at ease. I was happy to hear his voice.
Yeah, I was very worried about him for a little while, and now he's back. He sounds good. He's keeping, himself in check and not trying to overextend himself, i.e. do a 2-hour radio show with us. But he's in good spirits, and it was just so good to hear from him. I haven't talked to him in so long,
I was so surprised. Every time I come on the show, I hope that I'll hope that he'll be there. And tonight he actually was. I was just, wow. So.
All right. Just bear with us. Sorry, this happens. Technical issues. Happens usually when they have patches and updates. And they love me. So. Let's try this once again. We were doing pretty good there for a little bit. Don't go away. I'll get everything back up and running here in just a few minutes. Let me put the standby. Oh. We did hear from David Hogg, our man with the lots of voices that's been out for, he's been out for quite a while now. So it's really good to hear him back. And we're going to get him back pretty soon from what our understanding is of it. So. And the guys are doing great. We're all here, but struggle as always with some kind of software issue. I thought I had it all ironed out, and I must have missed something. That's all I can say. So, please, folks, stand by. We are, as it's trying to connect. And once I get a connection, we'll be right back and good with everything. once again. It's always something that plagues or riddles us. But we are on a Saturday night, not a Saturday night, but a Sunday night. So we should be able to do a little bit more because I have a little bit more space. I don't have another show after this. So do. See what else we got going here. Come on, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, Skype, please let me in. Guys are killing me over there. I swear to God, Gary, if I find you, I'm going to strangle you. Wherever it's at, whatever it's doing. It's just taking forever. It's got to be a better way, and I'll soon be looking for it real soon. I know Skype is the program of choice for broadcasters. The big companies use it. That's probably why they don't like me. Because I'm an independent. This is ridiculous, guys, gals. Oh boy. Yeah, I know it's Microsoft. You know? Wow. What else is new? You know, folks out there, we love broadcasting when we can get out there. But here lately, it's been like getting teeth pulled. And I don't know why. Oh boy. Really? It took that long just to get that? Join the call. Let's see if we can get back in the call. One of these days. Oh boy. What happened now? Folks, I am very, very sorry about all this. We normally have everything going so nice and smooth. Nothing wants to work for me. What else is due, huh? Yeah, of course, Skype's not responding to anything I do. Oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me in. I tell you, someone out there really doesn't like me. Well, this stinks. Well, folks, I am going to take us to our first break real early. So, y'all stand by. Hopefully, I can get things working in between. We'll be right back after this. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
I'm on the air. Hey, Mark, how you doing? We
Hey,
live?
I don't know. I mean, everything was going, and then it just like everything like crashed for not my system, but Skype just crashed. We're on break right now. I took us to
Okay.
break,
Okay.
so
Probably Gary.
you just go
Okay.
until like the top of the hour when we come back. All right.
Okay.
And don't worry
Can
about.
do.
I mean, the top of the hour. Don't worry about 5 till.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
And you never did
you
introduce Barry.
lost time. I'm giving you. I'm going to try to give you time back. All right. So.
Okay.
Because
Well,
this is just wrong.
No, that's fine. This is probably the longest segment we've ever done, so get ready for it.
Oh, sounds good, man.
Challenge accept.
It's
Be
absolutely.
about 45 minutes on the nose. We normally go 40. So.
What's it's a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm. You got to pee. You do it now.
Yeah, you better get it done now.
I got my pee cup. I got my Willie pee cup right here, just in case. My pee jug.
He'll be so happy to hear it.
Good old Willie. How much longer till we come on, Mark?
Approximately about a minute and a half.
Okay. Yotivation, did you see the video of, I don't know, I posted it. It's been at the top of the feed for a little while with in Edmond, Oklahoma, where they had the kids
what I'm gonna do,
sucking on the toes of adults.
Yes. What I'm going to do
Oh,
is
yeah,
this.
it's coming up. We're going to cover that.
So that we can get the full 2 hours into the archive part. When we do the after show, I'm going to take like probably the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes of that and add it into this, so we get a full show. I'm going to make it work. Hey, we're out there. Hey, Wobbly, how's it going?
Well, dude, it happens, man. It happens. Stuff happens. So
Wobbly on kick. Yeah, I'm still struggling. I mean, I took like 3 days off, 4 days off from streaming to check everything out and beat everything down, and there it was. And here we are again. And I don't know if it's, but while we were out, I did find that I did get 3 viruses that wiped out of the system. Anyways, we got 30 seconds until we're back on air. 30 seconds. So that might have played a part on some of the other stuff. Here's your countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Round Table Radio Show Sunday night edition, where we're hanging out with Bullhorn Barry. Say hi to everybody, Barry.
Hi, everybody.
And Yotivation is in the house. How you doing, Yo?
Fantastic. Hello, everyone.
It's so good to have both you guys. And so, yeah, let's get back into it. I was talking about Brent Hamachek's recent book that just came out, is now available. Brent, one of the co-hosts of the show, comes on every month. In fact, he's penciled in for this first Wednesday coming up here of the month, which will be this Wednesday, of course. And we're going to sit and talk about his book, Dissidently Speaking. And it is a really phenomenal way to start understanding how to have communications with people out in the real world and make a difference. He runs an organization called Common Ground Campus, and that's what they do. They go campus to campus and get people together to allow them to communicate and find out what they agree on, and then work out from there to get to what they disagree with. So once you understand what you all agree on, then you come out and find on the fringes where you disagree, and you find out that it's so different after all. And I think that's what America's missing right now, division in this country. We need to find a way to bring everyone back into the fold. And anyway, I was reading that on Friday, and I went over to YouTube to find something I could listen to in the background, and this is where we get back into the news. I wanted to plug Brent's book really quick, which is available on Amazon.com, Dissonantly Speaking, Brent Hamachek. So Friday, I want something to listen to in the background, so I pull up Viva Fry did a live vlog, whatever, of the Fannie Willis trial in Georgia, where it is being basically put up for, they want to dismiss the case based on her lying to the court for mismanagement of funds for some shady dealings there. With her boyfriend, who she paid nearly $1 million over the course of a few years. Boyfriend. When did the relationship start? Well, they said one thing, the court proved another thing, or the trial, the case proved another, that it started way earlier. And they were definitely romantically involved which is a big no-no. They came in and lied about that. She went into a church and lied about the prosecution and said they were racially motivated. And this was all going after the black man in a church. She spewed this stuff.
Wow.
Well, at the same time, she was refusing to reply to any information that they were trying to get from her. Was too busy to reply to documents going back and forth in the subpoenas and things along those lines. But she wasn't busy enough to go to a church, basically disparage the counsel for the defense, I guess in this case. It's a prosecution and the specific sub-trial. But the defense came out in the closing arguments and were really good. There were a couple guys who were kind of boring and whatnot. That really stood out, where I was trying to read and I just couldn't because this guy was boom, 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 going through all this stuff. So the defense team rests their case, and then it's the prosecution to come and make their final defense of Willis. And they sent up this 35-year-old kid who and awed a lot and really didn't have a very compelling voice. It was perfect for me to read this book because he never once gripped me. He never got my attention. It was just boring. Right. It was boring. And the little bits that I did listen to, it's like I could barely, because you're listening to him and you just wander off. It's hard to, the judge probably had to go back and read the transcripts because it was really hard to follow this guy. He was just that boring. So I don't know. Did you catch any of that, or do you have any opinions on it? Sounds like you do, yo.
No, I totally agree that the kid that you sent up was a wrong choice because, I know there was sound coming out of his mouth, words I would get at the time. And,
right.
I don't know if you saw President Trump, actually. He was throwing a bunch of zingers around just recently. I think it was yesterday, about Fannie and her, lover, her married lover. And he was saying how Wade didn't have any experience, although he did have some kind of experience because based on Fannie's 2,000 phone calls, he must have put something. But I thought
that's the thing. They track these guys out. The number of calls and texts back and forth was staggering. 20-some thousand over 10 months. And, I think that's at the extent of calls, but just staggering numbers. It's to the point where, if anybody out there is texting me that one day, you're blocked. I don't care how beautiful you are or whatever. You're right.
Doesn't sound like a healthy relationship.
You get a couple warnings.
Either. If you're talking that much, that's not a healthy relationship.
Yeah. Well, I picture her, as sort of a control freak.
Possibly.
So it's like, hey, you're picking me up. What time are you picking me up? 7. And then she replies back, what are you going to wear? And he's got to answer that. And then, okay, which car are you taking? Right? Yeah, no, take the other one. What yada, yada. We're going to that restaurant? No, let's not go there. Did you request this booth? Things like that. So, that's why you're seeing those kinds of numbers coming in, because you can't just say, I'll pick you up at 8. It just keeps going. Right.
And he said that he had been to her condo 10 times, and they followed that tracking data. Found out he there 35 times and sometimes during booty call hours. And then she's trying to say, well, he was in my neighborhood.
Yeah, well, of course he was.
Yeah.
That's
All
what
right.
those 3,000 texts were all about, right?
Yeah, take
Well,
care.
it's a hub. Yeah, she was saying it's like a hub. There's all kinds of restaurants and businesses and whatnot in that area. But, hey, guess what? None of them are open at 4 a.m.
Right
during
on.
booty call hours, right?
Yeah, and then we found out how much, stacks of cash this lady has. And if you recall, the judge in this particular case with Fanny, he used to work for her quite a long while ago, I guess, maybe not that long ago. And he donated to her campaign. So he should have recused himself. And I can't help but wonder, since we know how many stacks of cash Fanny has, if he might have a little stack of cash under his robe, He should have recused himself.
Well, and there's a big problem here, too, in the fact that he paid for a lot of these vacations on his business expense card and expensed it to the law firm, and off you go. Now, is that an issue for the law firm? It's up to them. If they don't care and they're like, yeah, you're taking the DA down to, Florida or whatever, yeah, you can expense the whole thing. Have fun, right? I could see some law firms, if that's legal, to say, yeah, no problem. It's the DA. We want a really good relationship with the DA, so have at it and we'll pay for it. No problem. I don't know. But she then claims that she took from this stack of mysterious cash in her home money to the tune of $1,000 a pop and paid him cash back for her part of it. So it's not some sort of a, bribery or whatever. It would be ethical. And then he never claimed it back to the company and say, hey, here's the cash for that trip. Right? I got half it back, so, everything I spent here is half the money back. You know what I mean? If he'd have done that or declared it or something, then they could have a paper for that. But right now, it's just she's saying, I paid it back out of this mysterious bounty of cash that I have lying around my house. And,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't keep 6 months' salary, sitting around in cash?
Well, lies have a quick way of falling apart pretty fast. That's the problem with lies. And they do lie a bit, so.
Well, and from the court standpoint, the guy didn't declare it. He didn't put it through the legal mechanism for saying this happens. Or it's hard for him as a judge that actually happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
Every other defense, there's proof. There's paperwork behind it. There's nothing. It's just thin air and goes into thin air.
But yeah, they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So this could really, he said he's going to decide in the next 2 weeks, and this really could be for the agencies behind this, the White House, who's putting this case forward, obviously, right? Biden DOJ going after their political opponents. This could put a complete kibosh on this entire case. No one's going to touch this with a 10-foot pole after this has gone down. That brings us to the Supreme Court, which just announced today that they're going to be releasing a major decision tomorrow. A lot of speculation is that's going to be the Colorado case with Donald Trump. Is he to be on the ballot? Super Tuesday is Tuesday. So, a decision coming out on Monday, the day before Super Tuesday, would be apropos at this point. So, Yotivation, any thoughts on that case? Should he be on the ballot in Colorado? Yeah.
Well, naturally, of course. He should be every single state ballot. There's no reason he shouldn't be. This is what's happening. It feels like the Democrats, they don't give a crap about voting. They just care about winning. And so he's trying to stack the deck, change the rules, do the lawfare, cheat, use dead voters, whatever it takes. Back Nikki Haley, if that's what it takes. They just, they're liars. And yeah, we're screwed if we let them keep getting away with that. President Trump deserves to be on every ballot. They know that when he does get back in office, because based on the polls, they're screwed. When Michigan, is giving President Trump New Hampshire's giving him support. All these other states that are usually, kind of blue are backing President Trump. They know they're screwed, and they're hemorrhaging voters. They're losing the Arab Americans in Michigan. They're losing all kinds of voters. Let me see. I think I wrote some down so I could even reference, because it's just insane. The black vote's going up. The Hispanic vote is going up. 46% of Latin Americans or Hispanic voters are with President Trump. He has...
yes. Andale. I love it.
Yeah.
And in leftist areas, too.
The American Hispanics.
President Trump is +1 with women, according to these polls, and all he has to do is get the low propensity voters to come in, and Joe Biden is absolutely done. President Trump said, "Too big to rig," and that is happening.
Yeah.
They can't even catch up with the people that are turning out to vote for President Trump, and it's obvious.
Right.
Where's my...
In this case, we're talking about Trump's cases. This $454 million in New York for I don't want to call it a crime, an alleged crime where no one was defrauded in any way, shape, or form. It was just simply a matter of, hey, I think the building's worth $400 million. You think it's worth $500 million. Let's meet in the middle and cut a loan somewhere in between, which happens every day in real estate. So every single real estate developer understands and knows what just went down. Every major businessman and investor in this country knows and understands what just happened, and they will never take their money there anymore. It's a no-go zone for capital, for major investments. So, you got that going for you. They've got that, E. Jean Carroll, another $100 million. So, people out there see this. They see it. It's in your face. You can't deny it. And they don't like it. They don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah.
They're pissed right now. Mad. And we're not going to take it.
That's why they're going to go to unscrupulous means from here on. More and more unscrupulous means, because they can't win at all in any shape or form that's honest.
That's right.
Yeah.
President Trump is just scooping up primary after primary. They're in so much trouble. Nikki Haley.
Oh, she's such a rhino.
She's going to stay till July.
She's not going to support Trump. Yeah, and she's not going to support Trump. Like
July.
Everyone in the RNC promised to. They signed, if they're going to get into the debates, they signed a promise to ultimately support the candidate that the GOP puts up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds very typical. I mean, we kind of knew she would do something like that.
Yeah, and she's saying, no, I'm not going to. I don't have to do it. Yes. No.
You think she's going to have a place in the
She's only there. Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. If he gave her one, I'd lose my faith in the guy. I'd be like, what are you doing, dummy? Dum-dum.
She's probably going to run with him.
Yeah. She'll probably ask for one, though. I bet you she does. Seriously.
Oh, of course she will. But she was UN ambassador before. I mean,
she'll apologize and say politics, and she loves Trump, and she's always been MAGA and always will be. Please put me in the administration, Donald.
And he'll come back, if it's during the election period when she does it and she endorses him, he'll treat her with kid gloves for a while. But don't think that's, a permanent. That doesn't mean she's going to get a cabinet post. No way. Not even a million years. Absolutely never. I wouldn't give her one, would you?
I don't see her getting any spot.
You want to make her your VP? Yeah, would you make her your VP?
No.
I wouldn't.
She's proved she would sell out. She had Reid Hoffman backing her. She took his money. If somebody offered her enough money, she can be sold. She can be bought. So
well, they all can, honey. They all can.
Except President Trump.
That's why it's a swamp. Yeah, well, Trump has more money than he knows what to do with. So, yeah, they can't really buy him. But they will try. That's the problem, though. I mean, that's why they hate him so much, because they can't get any dirt on him, and they can't buy him off. So what are you left with? You got to at all costs. So anyway, one last issue with the Trump cases, and then we can move on. This week, the Supreme Court agreed to hear Trump's immunity case with the Jack Smith trial in relation to that. That's happening in Washington. So what they're going to try to decide, and did you hear Rachel Maddow go off on this? I mean, she is.
Yeah, I heard about it.
What a nut. They're basically saying he's like, look, any action the president takes in the course of his presidency is, it's legal because the president did it. And they're saying, no, you can't do this and that. And they're basically saying that if they allow Trump to be exempt from prosecution surrounding January 6th, then if he becomes president, he'll have power to do anything. To just stay in office forever. On and on and on. They're freaking out. Plus, the timing. They want this trial to go before the election. And this is going to take them a couple months to do. And that makes it a possible way this is going to happen before the election. And so, I mean, late night, was it Colbert? Stephen Colbert, late night shows? Mm-hmm. He said the Supreme Court is unconstitutional. They need to be removed.
Yeah.
Like what?
They're back to wanting to stack the court again as well. They think they need the court.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Do it right now. But they can't. They had 2 years when they controlled the House and the Senate and the Democrat House, with Biden. And they didn't do any of the things they say now are so crucial. Like this made-up border bill they wanted to put through. They could have done that in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. They chose not to. Instead, Biden got rid of all of Trump's executive orders. Go ahead, guys.
I was just going to say, I think they're trying to encourage Sotomayor to step aside so that possibly Biden could do something before, the change.
And they want Clarence Thomas to recuse himself or to step down or be removed. I mean, they're losing their marbles, man.
Well, like you said, they're stacking it because that's the only way they can remain in power and control, is if they keep the people in a stupor and keep their thumb on everything that we do. Know that once President Trump gets back in there, that justice is going to come for them. They know what they did, no matter what the media would have us believe. So they're sweating and pooping in their diapers every night, just waiting to see what's going to happen, because they, like you said, the lies, only lie for so long, and the truth is going to be revealed. That's what we're learning. And once people hear the truth, it makes more sense, and they can understand, well, that, is what really is happening. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. So
I think a lot of people understand that what's happened is treason. What Obama did by spying on Trump, allegedly, I guess, but although it seems like it's pretty much been proven more or less, that's got to be taken care of. You just can't ignore that.
That's right. We can't go further without taking care of the stolen election, the 2020. We have to do something about Joe Biden right now. America has never been more aware of his corruption than we are today. And if we allow this to continue, for instance, they say, the White House says that Joe Biden is competent. You can tell in the decisions that he makes every day. He doesn't need to get a cognitive. What was his name? The report came out, said he was incompetent. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't be held accountable. So which is it? If he is incompetent, get him out.
It's whatever narrative fits the moment, like we've talked about. You know what I'm saying? And after they said that, some of the influential people in the Biden administration down and said he was as sharp as a tack. Said he was just on the ball, ready to go, and full of energy and vibrant and amazing and spectacular, greatest president we've ever had. So, I mean, total gaslighting, total insanity. At some point, you have to think to yourself, okay, the Democrats do understand. I guess that's kind of why they're, don't want him to run, is because they know he's damaged goods. But there's still some that I actually think he might be like normal and okay when he's not, when clearly he walks like a DARPA robot, can barely speak, can barely he can't even read the teleprompter or paperwork that he has in front of him, let him speak freely and openly. Like, that's why he doesn't field any questions, because he can't do it anymore.
Yeah. The Saturday Night Live opening skit the other night really ripped into Joe Biden. They had a bunch of Democrat, like Schumer and whatnot, and they ask, how's the president doing? He's great. We were down at the border wall, and he parkoured up the side, got up on top of that thing, started looking down and waving to everybody. Yeah, he was great. It's hard to keep up with them. Somebody else was like, oh yeah, it was. I mean, guy wiped me out. He's just a bullet train,
Yeah.
Well, he's shuffling around like Tim Conway.
Yeah,
so,
but
why is
Saturday Night
SNL
Live
turning
is what
on
I'm
Biden?
saying.
Why do you think
I'm
it's
saying.
kind of turning on Biden? I mean, do you think the tide's turning with Democrats to where they're admitting, okay, get him out?
SNL wouldn't do that if it wasn't.
Yeah, they
Right.
need to
They
find
wouldn't
a way-
have the permit to do that if it wasn't the case. Probably.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They couldn't do that if they weren't looking to oust him in one way or another politically. They're part of the political machine.
Exactly.
They're not an independent comedy show. They are part of the machine. They're part of the messaging, part of the psyops, part of all of that, getting everybody on the same page, misinformation, malinformation, all that stuff. They are one of the gatekeepers. So, you go Saturday, why would they be political? If you don't think about them as political, you just think it's late night comedy. That's all it is. Well, they're all political nowadays. Late night comedy is the heartbeat of the indoctrination network to get everybody on the same page as far as what the team left wants them to think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's nothing new, right?
Or team establishment. That's why they went after the Republicans before, because the Republicans were just part of the team establishment. And now we have MAGA, which is not team establishment, and that's why they're going after the Republicans.
Yeah.
So they were fairly nice, Junior. They were fairly.
He kept the word. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're still nice to him, by the way. They're still nice to Bush Jr. because Bush Jr. basically condemns MAGA and Trump all the time, and with Democrat policies and ideologies quite frequently.
And I think we do have to find a way to get rid of Joe Biden, because they're coming to realizations. And I was listening to Steve Bannon and Richard Barnes, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And they were talking about these, polls that have been coming out, and how President Trump is going to win back 97% of the voters from 2020 with almost none for Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is only picking back up 83% of his supposed 2020 votes. And I'm not going to say voters, but votes. With 10% saying that they're now backing President Trump. So Joe Biden is in a heap of trouble.
Yep.
They're saying that those numbers that I just read to you in particular, it equates to 8 million votes from Joe Biden that could potentially go over to Trump.
Yeah, and I think I read in that same article that there is a huge discrepancy, enthusiasm gap, right? It was like 85% for Trump, enthusiasm. 85% are enthusiastic about it. With Joe Biden, it's like 30.
You don't need, but you don't really need a poll for that. You know what I mean?
Yep. You throw on top of that, they're losing everything, because they're losing in their lawfare battles too. So they're in big trouble.
Well, the lawfare battles were never ultimately be won. They were intended to influence the election news cycles. They were supposed to not be about us covering Fannie Willis's trial single day. It was supposed to be about Donald Trump is a bad guy, not Fannie, not Jack Smith. The next trial will be for Jack Smith. Is Jack Smith actually appointed properly to his position? Is his whole case even relevant? Because does the guy have authority to bring it? And there's a good argument to say he doesn't. So,
But you're exactly right. It's all been a show for the distraction for us. But it blows up in their face every time because we did learn stuff through discovery that they were trying to keep hidden from us when they went into these cases. You know, were able to learn about the things about the 2020 election that they didn't want us to know, and in fact, denied. You know, and I'm now learning about Fanny and her stash and her lover, and you know, all of these George Soros prosecutors that are dirty, and they don't even have a reason to bring cases, and it's all going to come out of it in the end. And like you say, it'll be the time. They would have thought that they were going to bring Donald Trump down, but all they did was keep lifting him up every single time they indicted him, every time they arrested him. So get back there. They're the Wild Coyote Party.
Yeah. It's amazing how they keep their narrative going, keep it alive as well. You know, the more that they're debunked and the more that they look ridiculous, the more they double down with their nonsense. I mean, they, with a straight face, just continue with the lies, even after they've been fully debunked. And you got to hand it to them. They are resilient and they have a lot of resolve, but eventually everybody's going to be laughing at them.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Let's hope. But yeah, they see no other way to go. They're backed into a corner. They're, you know, like a trapped animal right now. And if they concede anything, they're doomed. Because like you were saying earlier, for many of these, it's a matter of life and death, you know. Some of them have knowingly committed treason. And so if they lose their power, they're screwed. They're dead. They're going to be held accountable. And they know that. And that's what this is all about. They need to keep President Trump out.
You know how you said they were picking up all these extra votes and stuff, and I was watching the leftist lamestream media, and they were acting like, how can this be? How can this be? You know, keeping with that narrative that Trump's bad and everybody sees Trump as bad. And people go, well, because he's actually popular and gaining ground because you guys are being exposed for the crook that you are. But they will never admit that. So they got to stick with the narrative. But it's watch them sort of lose their marbles and pretend like they're in dismay. You know, they're like, oh, I don't understand. How is he gaining, you know, the black vote? How is he gaining Latino? How is he gaining in these leftist areas that have been leftist for decades, you know? And it's hilarious, man. It's great. We should be laughing and enjoying it because it's only going to get more crazy. Like they're going to look more ridiculous as the days go on.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I have case in point here. Letitia James, New York Attorney General, put out a tweet the other day saying, I'm suing JBS Foods USA, which is the world's largest beef producer, for misleading the public about its environmental impact. The beef industry is one of the largest contributors to climate change, and JBS has falsely advertised its commitment to sustainability and endangered our planet. So she's got this rush, this endorphin rush off Trump. And she's saying, what could I do even bigger? Do even bigger. Let's go after these guys. I mean, are these guys even incorporated in New York? Does it matter? Doesn't matter to them? You know what I mean? It's just them taking down the biggest beef company. If they can do it, why not? It falls in line with their whole environmental tactics. Eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, Kellogg's did.
How power hungry these people are.
Did you see what Kellogg's did? They said, due to inflation, you should eat Kellogg's cereal for dinner. Like that should be your main course is Kellogg's GMO cereal. I mean, these people are insane, and they're going to the outer limits of lunacy and showing their true hand and showing that they have disdain and utter contempt for all of humanity. These people do not care about you. You should not give a dime to Kellogg's.
Yeah. I mean, he's just trying to like make you know, some money while the sun's out. Speak, you know, make hay while the sun's shining. I don't blame him too much for that. And again, I was a gamer for many years. I mean,
feeding kids some Kellogg's GMO cereal for dinner, it's beyond outrageous, man. It's beyond out.
It's like sugar smacks, you know. It's not even edible for breakfast, quite frankly, for a growing kid.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's no doubt it's money based, but it's also because he's out of touch with humanity. You know what I'm saying? These people don't care about you. They're not caring about your health. I guarantee you, him and his family are having a full course meal: steak, a potato, a vegetable, a salad, a dessert. You know, a glass of wine.
I bet his kids don't even have that stuff for breakfast. They get 2 eggs and a side of hash browns or whatever. You know what I mean?
Organic bacon.
Yeah, he's not giving his kids like frosted sugar smacks or something.
It's an insult is what I'm saying. It's an insult to everybody's intelligence, an insult to our humanity. I mean, I didn't eat Kellogg's to begin with because it's mostly GMO crap, but definitely am boycotting them now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not off the deep end with them to that point. They're not Bud Light in my book, you know.
Hear you.
But, you know, I think he's just saying, hey, you know, buy more of our product if you're in a tight spot.
Okay.
Which
I
can't blame him for doing.
It's no different than say, you know, some GMO granola. Hey, we know things are tough, so you and your family sit down with one granola bowl and have dinner. That's what it sounds like to me.
You know?
Wobbly says Gibbs eats cereal for dinner.
Like I say, I was a gamer for a long time, and there were times where I was just like in the middle, you know, some quest or whatever, and it's like, yeah, bowl of cereal. I can just eat this while I'm doing my thing. It's easy. I don't have to wash dishes later, and yeah, it worked. Filled me up.
Well, I think everybody's had, you know, some cereal for dinner once or twice, but you know, it's not a regular thing.
No. I want to thank Hot Pockets and you know, the Pockets and Red Bull for getting me, you know, through my my long leveling up
and TV dinners
sessions. Yeah.
TV dinners now, that's an interesting thing. Those things, man, haven't had one of those since I was like in high school. Do they
really?
Still make?
God, they're totally different today.
Are they?
Of course they do.
Better or worse?
You don't know that they make frozen dinners? You haven't been in a frozen
TV dinners.
The
TV dinners were kind of a specific thing. I know they have frozen stuff in packages, but the TV dinner really nasty, man. Mystery meat, the mashed potatoes was like, I don't know, maybe like the size of a spoon.
It's been in that business forever. Banquet, and yeah, they're still doing it. They're
Banquet,
you know, are they any,
we're talking about?
No. Yeah, are they any better today? No.
But they're microwavable now, aren't they? Before they were oven based.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You had to have that nasty meal, and it took you an hour and a half to get there. Right?
You're cracking me up.
It's like those French bread pizza rolls, you know, the French bread pizzas.
Yeah.
Stofers, I think. Right? Phenomenal idea. You look at it and you're like, oh, it's going to be so good. And then you get it out of the oven and you bite into it and just burn your mouth off every time. It squirts like lava in there. And then by the time it cools off, it's like hard as a rock. I don't know. Don't get started. But anyway, let's dive back into the news. Let's see. Let's get into this one here. Oklahoma. What are you doing down there, Barry? You got licking peanut butter off the toes of adults for a school fundraiser. And you saw the video. Going at it. They're licking their feet and getting all that peanut butter. Deer Creek High School.
Yeah.
Deer Creek. So, that's your neck of the woods. So what's going on there? Is that just an Oklahoma thing? You got to live there to understand it?
Well, wokeness has basically reached even the Midwest. And I don't know whose grand idea this was, but the optics of it, if you see, you know, it's even worse than what we're saying. I mean, they're like bobbing up and down on these adults' toes and licking and sucking their toes, eating the peanut butter. Yeah,
it's almost like a race. Who can clean their feet off?
It's unsanitary.
First, you know?
It's unsanitary as well. Imagine. Hopefully, they clean their feet beforehand. But you know, another thing is too. I mean, everybody knows that your foot, and I don't mean to get too graphic, but your foot is part of the erotic zone. So that kind of makes it inappropriate. I mean, your foot is very sensitive. There's foot fetishes, and this is just not an idea. It's just not a good idea.
And I would ask, weren't there any grown-ups in the room? Somebody to say, this is not right? What are you doing?
Well, they thought it was okay. They said that the children agreed, and we're talking like they didn't look but like 10
Doesn't
years
matter.
old doing it, right? They were 10 or 12. They weren't very.
It doesn't matter if they agree. That's disgusting, and it's wrong, and
Exactly.
it's sick. It's perverted.
Wobbly
Agree,
says
man.
that's
I
child
couldn't agree
porn.
with you more.
It
I mean,
reminds
when you see it, which maybe you shouldn't see it, but at least video that the libs of TikTok put out there, they blurred the kids' faces. But it's just very disturbing because the way it looks, the optics are horrible. It's awful. The idea is awful. And I believe it was innocently done. But even if it was innocently done, even if it was, it's still inappropriate.
Yo, we got a couple minutes before the break. Would you, if you were there, would you have said, what are you people doing? Like, this is insane?
It reminds me of the Super Bowl commercial where they wanted, conservatives to wash everybody's feet. They're like, you know what, that didn't work. Let's show them. We'll make
Wow. Wow, I didn't think about the whole Jesus aspect of that. Yeah.
It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, well, who knows? We live in insane times. I can't even believe we're talking about this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
I'm not a Karen, but I would have taken a video of that and I would have passed to the local police department and said, hey, man, you got to look into this. Something's wrong here. This is scary. If they're doing it open, what are they doing behind our backs?
The Oklahoma superintendent, though, said that he was going to look into it and investigate. And he said I think the word he used is filth. He said there's room for this kind of filth. So,
absolutely.
That's disgusting. A good thing.
So.
And we just came out of COVID where germs were like a huge.
That's a good point.
I didn't know. Can you spread COVID from your big toe?
It seems like you could spread it from anything.
I think that's how you get liberalism and really bad stuff.
What about all those
did we learn
adults
nothing from COVID?
Yellow toenails and their fungus in the nose? I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
It's just the whole idea.
There's diseases there's diseases in people's toes that are just waiting to get spread into society.
Maybe they're with the kids' immune system, making them stronger.
Oh, well, no, you've got the motivation. A couple of years ago, this school was too afraid to even be open, at all, let alone with everyone completely masked up. Now they got them licking adults' toes. Yeah. That's a really good point. That's how did you get here?
Yeah.
How did we get here? That's a good question.
Letting the days go by.
All common sense has been lost, just.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is they think we're the crazy ones for saying it's totally inappropriate. That's what's crazy. That's why when I hear Brent talking about, having conversations with these people, I'm all open to that. I would like to see that happen, but I can't have a conversation with somebody if that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Where is there the common ground? These people have gone to the outer limits of lunacy. How do you talk to somebody that's so far gone? And I'm not saying they're all like that, but the ones that are like that, there is no opportunity to have a common, civil discourse discussion with these people.
You have to take that it is and turn it into an is it. When they say it is okay to do this, their brain around to turn it into is it.
And hope that they don't try to kill you when you say that.
And well, you have to find again the common ground in the middle, and then work your way out from the center. And yes, this is good. They raised $150,000 for charity. Fantastic. Okay, so let's agree that that's a good thing. But I think a lot of the people who got that money should immediately say no, thank you. Like how this was raised, we want nothing to do with that. We're a charity. Thank you very much. We have a reputation to uphold. We raise money on a regular basis. But anyway, folks, it's that time. We've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
And we're on radio break.
Yay.
Dude, you went right up to 9. I'm proud of you. You didn't cut early, dude. Good job, CS.
I told you it was going to be the longest segment we've ever done.
Easy.
Now let's hope that Willie takes and picks the queue up to come in instead of 10 minutes later. 5 minutes later.
Willie.
There he is.
Willie. Right.
It sounded like him, but that was not him.
Willie. Wait, oh, it's just Willard. It's
I
just
know he
Willie.
can.
I feel so bad.
Willie, you missed David Hogg in the pre-show. David Hogg stopped by tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
miss him a lot.
He didn't even mention you, man.
I
Now,
probably not.
CS. Come on now.
Don't
CS.
make
That's
me
not it.
choke.
Oh, did he?
I'm not
Did he mention him? I don't think he never mentioned him. Not one.
I'm not important.
You're not important.
Well, he didn't mention because he's been privately having conversations with Willie for like months now.
Yeah.
Yeah, on his Tuesday show.
No, on the
Kind of
Friday and the Thursday and Saturday show.
Yeah.
The Thursday and Saturday show. What Thursday and Saturday
Hello.
show? I didn't get the memo for
Really?
that. You know, guys are nuts from doing
Bullhorn Bear.
Thursdays.
Yo.
Here's what I want to know: have y'all covered the peanut butter
toe-
on the feet
The
thing?
toe sucking.
Yeah, we were just doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
42
long break.
minutes.
Literally, we
Well,
were
we
just
take a
talking
break. We're
Yeah.
we're doing radio too,
It's not that
Wobbly.
really weird talking about. It is disturbing.
4 hours.
It's kinda hard
They
to
do,
feel
they do a
comfortable
3-hour
talking about
show
It is.
on
Well,
Wednesday.
You're supposed to be on break.
Yeah, we are on break. We're on break from the radio side, not the other side. You know, like the platforms that listen to us. Like the video type platforms that
Well,
we're not allowed to mention on the
yeah,
radio
well-
side.
Yeah. Well, in any case, these kids, how did they raise $150,000?
They sucked old grown-ups' toes, man. They were doing that all day.
Sucking
That's,
grown-ups' toes.
500 bucks a pop at any.
Yeah. Well, you're special, Wobbly. I know you do 4 hours of radio Monday through Friday, every like clockwork, and you do it all by yourself. But hey, I got a team, and it makes it a lot better when I take and do that. So,
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
well,
Mark.
Wobbly's
Anyway,
in the
whole
kick
thing,
chat.
So that's what Willie is going to do. Is he's going to have people. He's going to have a contest, and people can come lick his toes.
Just so
I mean,
long
what's
as
the
you're not
draw?
selling your damn underwear on the radio. All right, we can't
Well,
do
he's
that.
going to do that too. But
Well, apparently
Yeah.
you'll probably raise a lot of money if you have a toe sucking festivity or whatever they call it event.
Monkey
Yeah.
toe sucking.
You should say you're going to Oklahoma to do it because they really like doing it out there. That's a big thing. You didn't know that Oklahoma culture. This is just a normal thing.
It's becoming that way, dude. Oklahoma City's like real bad, I've heard. And Edmond is basically just a suburb of Oklahoma City.
And so Barry, you can jump in and say, no, this is not a normal thing. And Willie will. I looked it up, talked to a bunch of people. No, it's a big thing. I'm driving out there, and I'm going to do a Willie's toe sucking emporium with worms.
With worms.
Yeah, well, Willie's not right. Willie's not here right now. He'll be back.
Oh, look at here now. I love it. Have you guys heard the remix? Have you heard the Look Now remix by Sick of the Lies yet? It's good.
You haven't seen the little deal that I've been putting up in the chat, have you? We can't say. Do you want me to sing? No. That went.
Yeah,
that went pretty good on.
Go ahead, Will.
That went pretty good on Twitter. Anyways, we got 30
We got like
seconds.
25 seconds, so. Yeah, so Willie, what'd you want to say?
Yeah. Anyway, let's put it on Rumble. That was really good.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Yeah, look at him now.
Yeah.
It's even called Look at Here, man.
Okay, get ready for your countdown.
Top 40.
5,
Going
4,
global.
3,
Flat Earth.
2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks round radio show Sunday night edition, where if it's Sunday night and it's the second hour, that means one thing, and that is leave. Willie, are you there? Hey now, come back at me.
Hey, man, dog. Hey, y'all hear me? Come on.
Yeah, we hear you. Come on.
Yeah. How y'all folks doing tonight? Hey, Motivation Nation, you there?
Hi, Willie.
Oh, I love me some Motivation Nation. Oh, man. Hi, you make me blush every time I think about you. Doggone, man. Hey, but ain't a whole lot going on, man. Hey, I just dropped. I've been keeping up with the news and stuff and everything, man. Hey, that bullhorn, Barry, you out there? Hey,
I'm right here, man. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, I told you was talking about that peanut butter licking that was going on out there in Oklahoma, man. Hey, bunch of kids together and they sucking their teachers' toes. Hey, they volunteered for it, man. Hey, no, hey, them people out there in Oklahoma, they will pay you to lick toes. Hey, that's what I'm gonna do, man. Hey, Willie, hey, I'm gonna get it together, man. Hey, I'm a out there in Oklahoma, man. Hey, and I'm gonna see if I can get a whole bunch of folks to lick peanut butter off my toes. Hey,
I heard it's a big thing in Oklahoma. That's what I was told. Doing into that is that's not out of the ordinary what they did there.
No, that's lies, man. Oklahoma is not like that.
What? No.
Yeah, no.
I know you live there, but that's what I read, dude.
Worst part is
I read it on the internet.
Yeah,
Wikipedia. You saw it on Wikipedia. Admit it.
You know, they do that kind of stuff. Hey, students, they lick your feet out there in Oklahoma, man. Hey, Oklahoma, they backwards, man. Hey, but no, if I'm a celebrity, man, hey, Saul Good done approved it. He said that my song. Hey, I wrote that song. Well, I didn't write the song. Well, I wrote the song, but really, Charlene Wandeloo wrote it. But I can't give her no credit, man. Hey, because she'll want to get all the money, everything off of it. Hey, and Saul Good, he said that Sick of the Lies and Kate the Great, they went and recorded that song, man. Hey, and it is #1 up in the charts right now, man. Hey, as a matter of fact, y'all got folks tuning into your radio show tonight, man. Tonight, just to hear me sing that song. Hey, but I ain't gonna sing it, man. Hey, they're gonna have to go to Rumble and they're gonna have to look up Sick of the Lies, and then they can find that song, hey, that I wrote that Kimberly Charlene Wandeloo really wrote. Hey, it's in the top charts, man. Hey, it's all over the iTunes and it's all over the YouTube and it's all over the world, man. People like that song.
Well, give us an idea of what the song's about, so they can, can you give us a sampling of it so that they can see if they want to go look it up? And what's the name of it too?
No, man. Hey, look at here now. Doggone. Hey, apparently though, there's a song.
Yeah, looky here now.
Here now.
No, looky here now. I get it. Well, what's the actual name of the song?
But look at here now. Look at here now.
Yeah, looky here now.
Hey,
well, what's the name of the song? Willie, just tell us the name of the song.
Hey, who's on? I seen that. Hey, Abbott, who is that? Abbott Costello. One of them characters, man. Hey, you trying to get me all confused, man. Hey, you sidetracked is what you're doing. Look at him now. Look at him now. Look at him now. Yeah, it wrote it. Willie has got a lot to look around, and he got giraffes and animals abound, and he even had an island out at sea. But Saul Good attacked it. Now it's history. Hey, y'all remember that? Saul Good bought me an island, man. He bought me an island, and he set it all up and everything, and then he destroyed it around. Hey, but as far as I know, I still got an island, man. Hey, I can still do something with it, man. It just all destroyed and everything else. What Saul Good's doing nowadays? Saul Good, I tell y'all right now, hey, Saul Good, man, he is crooked and he is long, man. Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, that reminds me of something else too, man. Hey, I got a word of the day, man. Hey, the word of the day is soldier. So. Yeah, hey, look at him. Hey, I went up to Kimberly Charlene Wandeloo, and hey, look at him. I told her, I said, I sold you all your diamond rings, and she had no diamond rings. They was all glass. She called them diamond rings. I said, I sold you diamond rings by soldier. Look at him. Hey, y'all didn't think it. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, man. Hey, Yeah, soldier, my soldier diamond rings, soldier. That's funny, right down there. Here you are. I would love that Larry the Cable Guy says, man. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. No, hey, but no, hey, Jacob, man. That guy, his name is Jacob Rothschild,
Jacob.
man. Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
died.
yeah. Jacob
Yeah,
Rothschild. Oh yeah,
yeah,
yep. Passed away this week.
Hey, did anybody else besides me notice, man? Hey, because y'all know I got that Bitcoin mine out there in Colorado, and Michael the Midget and Saul Good, they made off with all my Bitcoins, but they said that I'm gonna get them Bitcoins back sometime or another, man. And apparently I'm worth zillions of dollars, man. I don't know, but hey, I've been watching this whole crypto stock thing that's going on, man. Hey, and ever since that Jacob, that Rothschild guy died, man, hey, cryptocurrency has been going up, man. Hey, they got that bit of coin. Hey, if you get one of them things, it's worth over $60,000 just for one of them, man. And since the Bitcoin went up, all the other cryptocurrency going up, man. Hey, I got some other cryptocurrencies that I bought, man. They going up too. Hey, I'm fitting to get richer and rich, man. Hey, that's all there is to it. Look at him. Now. No, but no, I thought that was funny about that whole. You got these peanut butter liquors out there in Oklahoma, man. I'm gonna go get my toes licked.
Well, pretty disgusting. I mean, we were just talking about how depraved and gross, and that's how like biblical plagues start. That kind of activity. And I can't even think of what's in between those, man. Walking around those worm farms all day.
Yeah. Hey, I got this other stuff going on too, man. Hey, we doing worm grunting out here. Hey, because I got worms down. So y'all out there don't know. I'm just gonna tell y'all real quick, man. Hey, my name is Willie Lee, and I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and I run Willie's Cricket Emporium up in
Don't do it, Willie.
Carolina, man. I got told folks who I
don't
am,
do
man.
It. That's fine. You're good. You can keep it right there. So you don't need to get into any of your other products on my radio show. Okay.
No, I got.
That's fine. You plugged your business. You plugged your business. That's fine. No more product sales. No more product sales because I know where this goes, Willie. No.
Not coffee cups, man. I sell
no.
Cups.
I said no more, Willie. Willie, no more. I don't care if it's a coffee cup or anything. That's it. Okay, you plugged your businesses. We're done.
No, hey, coffee cups and hey, and I got stuff.
No. Do not continue it, Willie. I will cut you off right now. I will. All right, Willie.
Oh, doggone, man.
When's the last time you've even been to Florida?
Hey, it's been a while. Hey, I need to get Aunt Mama Lou, tell her I'm coming, man. No, hey, 23rd, man, I'm gonna be down there in Waldo, Florida, man, and I'm ahead. But I can't get hold of Aunt Mama Lou. She don't ever answer my daggum phone, man. She answered the phone for y'all, but she won't answer the phone for me. And I just don't know. She got that retraining order against me, man, just like Motivation Nation got a retraining order against. Hey, and there's a whole bunch of sheriff's department, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sheriff's department, they down here just about every day here in Sandy Run, South Carolina, and some other girl, apparently they don't like having rocks thrown at the window at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just trying to woo me some women, man. I'm trying to woo them. I
thought you had Kim, Bertha May, Lou, or whatever. What's she doing? You just got married weeks ago, I thought.
No, we ain't got married yet. Me and this old Kimberly Charlene one, she gonna marry me. I'm telling you what. But she getting kind of aggravated with me lately.
So you're throwing rocks at her window at 3 a.m. to try to woo her?
Yeah, man. I want to sing her songs and stuff too, man. I sing her.
Or is it a different girl? Okay.
No. Hey, I sing. No, and I got there's a couple of girls. These are what they call residual girls, man. I got to have some girls. They just kind of like on the side. You know what I mean? Don't work out. Hey, man. In case one don't work out, man, you got someone on the side. You know what I mean? It ain't cheating on the one that you're with or nothing like that, man. Hey, but you got to have some that's like out there in that's going to be available in case one don't work out, man. It's like these underwear I got. Hey, look at him. I want to buy some underwear. I sell pee jugs too, man. Hey, this ain't no lie.
Hey, Willie, no. Stop it.
What?
I told you do not plug any of those products. I do not. My customers do want to hear about your pee jugs and anything else you have to sell. Your mugs, anything. I let you plug Willie's Worm Farm and your Cricket Emporium. Be happy. You can even talk about your silly little radio show that you tried to steal my name for.
Yeah. Hey, everybody knows about the Willie's Worm Farm Roundtable Radio Show, man. Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I'm gonna tell y'all something else that y'all didn't know about, man. Hey, they got this world government thing, man. Hey, they coming after your dogs, man. Hey, they sitting. I don't know if y'all heard it talk. They got this Charles Schwabian guy, man. He wants to take care of our dogs. No, that ain't no lie, man. They're saying that if you got dogs and cats and stuff, that's it's a strain on the environment or something or another, man. Hey, I've seen it wrote down. It ain't no lie. And he wants everybody to get rid of the dogs and get rid of the cats. And he says that they unnecessary and all this other kind of stuff, man. I'm looking for an article right now, man. I got it in a mess, man, but I can't find it.
First of all, it's Klaus Schwab, not Charles Schwab. Okay, first of all, let's just start there. Okay, Charles Schwab is a brokerage firm.
Yeah,
Klaus Schwab is the guy who runs the World Economic Forum, and I did not see the article, but I don't doubt you that he would try to take everyone's dogs away. That guy is evil incarnate.
Hey, they talking about. I wrote down right here, man. It's called the ecological print of companion dogs and cats, and then they talk about as indicator of sustainable development and the ecological footprint and how the ecological footprint is bad, and they don't want people to have any more dogs and cats or anything nowadays, man. I'm telling you what.
They'll try to tell you that having a German Shepherd is the equivalent of having an SUV over time. That's how much of the footprint, and good luck with that.
Yep, hey man, they dropping these bombs left and right all over the world, man. Like these bombs that get dropped all over the place like that don't have ecological impacts, man. Hey, it's all about what's good for me ain't good for thee, or what's you got to do what we tell you to do, and we're gonna do what we want to do, man. Hey, that's what it all boils down to, man. Hey, I listen to Bullhorn Barry, man. You talking about somebody that speaks with fire? Hey, he is the smart one on your show. Hey, that ain't no lie, 'cause he speaks, man. He talks with in his voice, and he tells it like it is. And, hey, y'all wanna know what the truth is, man? Hey, y'all listen to Bullhorn Barry, Motivation Nation. It ain't no joke, man. Hey, you talking about somebody that. Hey, them too, they smart, man. That's all there is to it. And what's happening nowadays, man? Hey, I've been looking at the news. Y'all think I'm dumb and all that other kind of stuff, man? Look at the news and I see what all's going on. Hey, and it just seems to me like, hey, they got this whole daggum New World Order thing. And what they want to do is tell everybody across the world what they can do and what they can't do. And, they want to like try to tell the United States what they can do, man. I know all this ain't funny or nothing, man. Hey, but it's just the truth. The truth is the truth. And we need to be like Bullhorn Barry and Motivation Nation and speak out against it, man. Hey, there's all kind of crazy mess going on across this world. And I want y'all supposed to be getting Aunt Mama Lou on the phone, man, because I need to let her know that I'm coming back down there to the farm. And I need what all's going on, man. If they ever found Michael the Midget, because last I heard Michael the Midget, he was in the hole down there, man, and I got his brother Steve. Right. I sold his brother Steve for a basketball playing chicken, but now the chicken done died on me. So now I ain't got no chicken and I ain't got no Steve, man. Look at that.
All right, let me try to call her. Let's see if she picks up here.
Hello, this is Saul. Hello, this is Saul. I'm answering the phone for Aunt Mama Lou. I'm at her house. Hello.
Well, hey,
who's
Saul,
this?
What are you doing down there, Saul? It's all good. You ain't supposed to be down there.
It's a Censorship Sucks table radio show. Willie, calm down. She's probably just visiting her.
Yeah, I'm visiting. We're just having a nice evening by the fire. You want to talk to Aunt Mama Lou?
No, they in cahoots, man. They trying to overthrow my empire, man. Hey, both of them together. They in cahoots, man. I'm telling y'all what. Look at him.
Aunt Mama Lou, come to the
Yeah, now,
Who are you talking to, Saul?
We Willie on the phone with the Censorshipsucks Roundtable Radio Show.
I don't want to talk a wheelie.
hey, I'm Malou.
He's coming down there this week. Em-
He's coming down here this week.
Yeah. Hey, March 23rd, man, or 22nd, I'm gonna be down there.
Oh, why, Wheelie? Why are you coming down here?
I got to check up on my farm and see what all y'all doing to it, man. Hey, 'cause last time I went down there, y'all done got it dilapidated and everything else, man, and ain't nothing going on. And Burt Cuddles burned the place down way back when, and I was trying to get it up and running, and then Michael the Midget was supposed to be running things, and I ain't heard from Michael the Midget. I heard from Hansel, and I need to figure out what's going on down there. And now you got Saul good down there.
Michael's still hiding out down in his bunker, Wheelie. He don't get no signal down there.
What you doing with down there?
None of your business, Wheelie.
Yeah, mind your business, Willie.
Yeah.
We're just having a really wonderful time. It's beautiful down here, you know.
Now, y'all cahooting is what y'all do.
Don't you worry about where we're going, Wheelie.
Hey, monkey, put that down, monkey.
Y'all cahooting. What's that monkey doing? Look at him. I'm killing my monkey.
Yeah, put it down. Put that down.
Monkey,
y'all killing me. Hey, but no, hey, I just letting you know, Aunt Mama, I'm gonna be down there. Hey, so the restraining order that you got against me, hey, I ain't done nothing against you to get that restraining order. Hey, all I've been doing is just trying to find out what's going on with my farm down there. Come on.
Wait, Willie, I don't have a problem with you coming down here. I guess I could put I don't know, take that retraining offer order off of you, but I just got to know that you're not going to be throwing no rocks in my door at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, no, hey, I'm gonna bring your midget sister down there too, man. Kimberly Lou. Hey, cause she come up here with me the last time, and I don't want you to be causing no problems with her neither, man. We in love, man. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, me and her, we gonna get betrothed. We gonna get married, hey, and we gonna live happily ever after. I don't care if she is a midget, and I don't care if she is your sister.
Will you bring her down here? She's probably going to see Michael the Midget, and she's probably going to leave you for him.
Doggone. I don't know about all that now. Come on. Hey, hey, I hear what I want to know, though. Y'all heard from Hansel? What's going on with Hansel?
We talked to him actually before the show for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
he's doing good.
Yeah, he going back to Sweden, Lynn?
He was doing something with chickens. Yeah, something with chickens. I'm not sure, but no, I think he's still down on your farm down there. Actually, if I'm not mistaken. No.
Well, I'm not supposed to say anything, but I might have seen Hansel, and he might have been having some machine guns again, Willie. I think he might be putting guns on chicken breasts again, you know, and sending out those little chicken shooters.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hey, we had that problem one time before, man. I had little chickens, man. Hey, that was robot chickens, and they had little pistols. Yeah, that was.
They shot the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, no.
You were dressed up as the Easter Bunny. They shot you in the backside.
Yeah. Again. Willie, you don't plan on dressing up like an Easter Bunny here, do you?
God, I got shot in the rear end. Hey, but no, hey, we fixing to get Rich Man off of this song, man. It's the Willie rap song, man, and it starts off. It goes, well, the worms be crawling and the crickets be hopping, and nobody knows what Willie be dropping. Look at how, hey, that's nationwide, man. Hey, we going out to Oklahoma.
On that note, we've got to go to break. We'll our time, so let's go to break. We'll be right back after this.
Bye.
And we're on radio break. You guys are nuts. That was good. But you slipped.
Absolutely.
CS, you slipped.
I love seeing Willie drop into a song at exactly 8:25 on the nose. He drops a new song. I'm like, really?
It's all by grand design.
Yeah, you've got like some 3-minute song. The last thing I want to do is cut you off from it, but yeah, we're going to break.
Sounds like Bullhorn Barry ranting before the break.
That's true about Rothschild dying, and now crypto's going up and Bitcoin's going up.
Oh yeah.
And I know you and Yotivation Nation, y'all got some kind of cryptocurrency that y'all was looking at way back when.
Oh yeah. My Ethereum up.
Did it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't even remember what the other thing is. What was it, like Space Link or
Oh yeah, Starlink.
Starlink?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that stuff in. I bailed out of that a while ago. I was like, all right, whatever.
I haven't even looked in so long.
The thing is, I'll probably regret the hell out of that because one of these days will be like, I'll read about it on something where it's like one of the biggest, like.
And we have like
I
a
don't know.
million shares or something.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, y'all need to look at it now because, like, Shibcoin, ever since Rothschild died, it's gone from like 09 to 022. I mean, it's doubled in price, more than doubled in price. XR
Nice.
going up, everything's going up.
Yep.
Like I said, Bix.
Coins.com token, it's not going up. It's like 5 cents.
Just a few days ago, Bitcoin was at 60,000. Now it's at 63,000 and still rising.
Yep.
63,700 bucks. I think it might have 64,000, didn't it?
It might have. I think they're starting to, see some old numbers that they haven't seen for quite a while. So
Yeah, I know. I still have some, but I stopped buying. I was buying it every day for the longest time and did real well. Then I had to sell some of it. So, unfortunately, I knew it was going to go up to 60,000 when it was 16. I just did not have the money to put into it, or I would have. I think it's going to hit 100,000 pretty soon. Actually, I think it's going to pass the high was like 67,000 or somewhere in that ballpark.
What the hell
Yeah,
was.
it's right there, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and if you think in the terms of like Max Kaiser, he says, it's going to go to $250,000 and could hit $1 million at some point, and that would be fantastic if it did.
Like I said, this thing goes up.
But I think 100,000 is very
All right, you got
realistic,
30 seconds.
somewhat short term.
I love you. We'll talk to you later.
Hey, big
night,
shout
brother.
out
All right,
over
thanks, Willie.
on
You're the best.
D-Live to Justice Center
Four.
for sending that donation over. Thank you. Appreciate it. And get ready for the countdown. Here it comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the air right now.
Hello and welcome back to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Night Edition, where, gosh, we all just, at this point, we're always coming off that Willie, wow. Gotta almost like sit there and digest what he said and did, because there's so much to it. And, I tried to nip him in the bud from promoting his unsavory products, but, man, he just is persistent.
that's Willie. Always full of ideas. Good,
Unsavory. I like that word. That's a choice. That's, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go get, just because people in Oklahoma are different than us and they lick each other's toes with peanut butter on them doesn't mean that that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Oklahoma, where the winds come rushing through the toes.
Yeah.
He always wants to make money off anything he can, and I guess he doesn't have to put much into inventory, so he might be onto something. I don't know.
I can't think without thinking of Rubric. from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Okay. Okay. Why is that?
Well, he's. Did you remember that movie?
Yeah,
Steve
it's
Martin
been a
plays
while,
this.
though, since I've seen it.
He's a prince, and he's just like mentally decapitated. He's retarded, and he's just running around banging two together, screaming "Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Oklahoma!" Right? Because they're scamming these women out of money. So this Fanny whatever from Oklahoma comes and donates all this money, and she's going to go back with the prince, and I'm going to bring my brother too. So I'm going to go back to Oklahoma with two princes, and then they meet him, and it's Steve Martin banging pots together.
Are you walking Oklahoma, man? I'm feeling the animosity that you have towards Oklahoma now.
It's not just me, bro. It's not just me.
I don't want you to think that, Deer Creek School is like, an indication of Oklahoma as a whole,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just giving you, because this is your
time.
neck of the woods, so I'm giving you a hard time. Yeah.
I'm disgusted by it as well. So, hey.
Okay, so let's get back into the news. This is a kind of I don't know. There's a lot going on here, and I haven't really unpacked to the level that I wish I could have in the short time that I had to prepare for this. But a article from Zero Hedge, quote, "A complete disaster for the German government. Schultz promises open to very serious leaked recording of plan to destroy a Crimean bridge." So we always say that an attack is an attack on all NATO countries. NATO country, you're attacking every NATO country. What if a NATO country is Russia? Is that all NATO countries attacking Russia? Because if you know the geography, Crimea has been part of Russia now for a while, and the only way to get from Russia to Crimea, it's on a peninsula. It's a big bridge that connects it, and you take out that bridge, and suddenly Russia is not going to be able to easily get to Crimea. It'll leave it wide open. Germany is talking about blowing it up, very detailed, using WhatsApp and things like that to spread and share their files, and all of it shows a gigantic breach of security protocols, first of all, but protocols. Do you want to start World War III? Because this is how you start World War III.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right now we're dancing with it. This is how you dip your partner in do-si-do.
Yeah, they want to dance with the devil, and it's not going to turn out well for them if they do. They're warmongers. These people are warmongers, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I've never been supportive of the war to begin with. I'm not a big Putin fan either, but I would like to see peace in the region, and too many people in Ukraine have died already, and only more are going to die because they can't defeat Russia. That's well known. And then if all these NATO forces get involved, or the United States and other countries, I mean, we're talking, like you're saying, World War III. I mean, these people are lunatics, man.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this came out, and it's really a big deal because it's kind of showing that they're willing to do some pretty hardcore things to sort of prolong the war. This won't end anything. You know, this is not the end of anything. If anything, it's going to get Russia to more aggressively control the alternate routes that go through Ukraine down into Crimea until they're destroyed. They're going to need to have other routes to get in there, and it's going to say, hey, we now have to secure these routes, and so get out of our way.
Yeah, anybody that
I don't know. You
we
think they're trying to start World War III?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
One thing real quick, though. We talked about this when the war started, and we both agreed that this was going to be another Afghanistan. And had people from the Brookings Institute and other agencies and so forth saying that it's going to go on for at least 10 years. It's never been about winning the war or bringing peace in the region. This has been bringing about another Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Of course they want World War III. But the quickest way to not have World War III is to get President Trump in there. He says that, he will end these wars. I believe him. He has a track record. He was able to bring peace to the Middle East for a short while. And I would say that was a miracle. The thing is, President Trump doesn't play their games, and that's the problem, because he will show us resolution, and he'll do it quickly. So I think, yes, that this is a deep state plan to prolong shortages and control and emergency powers and all of these other things. And also, I believe they're trying to take out old buildings, so that they can usher in their smart cities and their Green New Deal crap. And so I think it's a part of a big, huge behind the scenes manipulation.
Yeah. And it ain't going to end well. That's all I know. There's so much going on here, but let's dive into more stories. The interesting article from Zero Hedge today. $1 trillion every 100 days. $1 trillion every 100 days is where Joe Biden has gotten us. Almost $4 trillion a year in borrowed money just to keep the government going. Borrowed money. $34 trillion in debt every 100 days. That kicks over to 35, 36, 37, on and on and on. Every 100 days. We are so unsustainable as a country. I can't stress it enough. As a business, we would be a junk bond at best. We are in big, big trouble. $34 trillion, folks. Think about 10% on $34 trillion. That's $3.4 trillion. Real easy math, right? That would be, if we had to pay 10% on that debt, that's $3.4 trillion a year. That's pretty close to what we bring in as a country in revenue every year. That's nearly 100% of all of our revenue going to, if we have to pay 10%. We don't, fortunately. We're more closer to 3 or 4%. So guess what? That's nearly 30 to 40% of your annual budget simply going to pay off your credit cards. Right? So what do? You rack up more credit card debt and pay off your credit card debt with the credit cards. It's scary. We are going down a fast decline here. This does not end well.
What's scary is if Americans ran their businesses like the government ran their business, we would all be in jail. If we ran our businesses like they do their business, we would all be in jail because it's a criminal price.
Yeah.
Kind of getting there, isn't it? I mean, I love my country, but I don't like my government. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Love this country. Government has just gotten way too powerful at the federal level. Powers need to come back to the states as fast as they can. They all need to come back to this. Government needs to be hamstrung for what the federal government can do, back to its original founding definitions. The Commerce Clause. The Commerce Clause, big problem here. Get rid of it. We have to say, look, you can't use that to get into every aspect. What farmers are going after for selling milk. They do this all the time.
Yeah, that's the farmer.
They're Amish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go after it because they've got raw milk. They've got eggs, that are
organic,
non-GMO, perfectly clean eggs. Yeah, organic.
Yeah, they don't want people, obviously.
All their products, everything.
They're the control group.
And everybody who buys from them knows exactly what they're getting. Yeah, but they're fighting back, and it's easy to take them down. They're an easy target, so they go after them. But
and
anyway,
they're arresting people for hate speech in UK. They just arrested a guy for passing out flyer stickers that were anti-immigration, and he's spending 2 years in jail now. So the tyranny is on, folks. The authoritarianism is real, and it is global.
Steve Baker, a journalist for The Blaze, was recently arrested on Friday morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to get marched down to the FBI for being a reporter. Granted, he was there at J6. He did go in, but he went in just like other journalists did. He went in with other journalists, acted like a journalist. They have all the footage, and they're trying to now put this guy away for being a journalist. And
exactly,
the journalism industry doesn't even seem to care.
Of course not, because he's not embedded in the corrupt establishment in the lamestream media. He's more independent because the Blaze is, basically, independent from the mainstream. Yeah, and conservative, like true conservative, not like fake
He's
Fox
team
News.
right. He's team right, not team left. He's
They
team right.
They just want one narrative out there. That's what they want. Mm-hmm. That's why they got to arrest him and not CNN and not anybody else that was there that was reporting.
Yep. So on that note, let's see. The an appeals court just ruled the other day that J6 defendants were handed down improper enhanced sentencing. Okay, and it has to do with them. Basically, first of all, 840 years in prison so far is what
for all of them.
For all of them. Now that doesn't even count like time served for people who haven't even been given a court date yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Imagine that you're 2-3 years in here and you still haven't even been charged.
Believable.
But and there's of them like piping music or something, piping noises into their cells to keep it mind-numbingly loud in there for them all day long. Sometimes halfway through the night.
Yeah, that's a form of torture, actually.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the enhanced sentence. Let's see here. Judges have improperly applied federal sentencing guidelines to more than 100 people. 3-judge panel, D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals rejected the Justice Department's argument that convicted writers merited lengthier prison sentence for interfering in the administration of justice when they stormed the Capitol. Basically, the issue here is that it only applies to court cases. And this wasn't a court case. It was Congress. It's a different thing. And so all these enhanced cases, well, it's a misdemeanor. Oh, you're getting 30 years for these misdemeanors? No, wait, I thought they were like definition of misdemeanor is under a year.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me, dude. I mean, we know the lawfare. We know their lawlessness. We know that these people are dirty. And I just hope that it comes out and that people figure it out because, believe me, they'll do it to Democrats as well. It just starts with the Republicans and everybody because they want everybody towing the line at all times.
Well, the next shoe to fall, once they get control, is, of course, Antifa. And, all of the Black Lives Matter activists. They'll be the first ones they go after because they're the ones that feel like they can go out and still protest without any issues.
With immunity, right. They can burn down buildings, burn police cars, be violent, beat people up, shoot people or whatever, and possibly even get away with it.
And once that power paradigm shifts and the team left gets control, they're going to weed out the agitators that are on the left. Weed them out.
Of course.
Give them the same sentences, the same treatment that J6ers are getting today. So, Antifa, if you're listening, what they're doing to J6ers, they're going to do to you next. Understand that. Understand it. It's coming. It's clear as the eye can. I mean, it's clear as day that that's going to happen. Do you guys disagree at all?
Historically speaking, what you're saying is unequivocally true. This is how it works. This is how tyranny works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're useful idiots is what they call you. Useful idiots. When you no longer become useful, you're just an idiot at that point.
Yeah, they have problems because they are saying that they have anti-Trump fatigue also. So if they're not going to show up in full force like they did in 2016 and 2020, they're definitely all screwed.
Well, like I said, we have more resolve in our pinky than they do in their entire fiber. So we can definitely outlast these people, all the people on the left, not just Antifa, not just BLM, but all of these crazed leftists and these globalists as well. We have way more resolve, even more resolve than Klaus Schwab and Yuval Noah Harari. We've got more resolve than them.
Well,
We
it's
will
our
never
lives.
back down. We will never back down. We will never back away. We will never be silent. There is no circumstance and no situation where we, just like all the people that are in jail in J6, they're telling them, oh, if you just will testify, we will go very light on your sin, basically have a home arrest or what have you. And they say, over my dead body will I do that, because I'm going to lie, because we have resolve and we have conviction and we have moral fiber. That's something they don't have.
And also it impacts us on the ground. Once people start feeling it on the ground, I bring your attention to all the farmer protests in Europe and Brussels and Spain and everywhere. Once it starts hitting them for real, they will not accept it. It's life and death farmers in Europe that are protesting all the time now. Whereas for these elites, it's just whatever. It's them dictating things from on high. They have no real passion for confirming and following through with this when the people really push back and let it be known that we want nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with what you guys are offering.
Amen.
Yeah. So, in the next story, EU Parliament has approved the creation of digital wallet systems. Okay. This went up 335 votes in favor, 190 against, 31 abstaining. The digital wallet will now only need the effective rubber stamp of the EU Council of Ministers to become law. This is scary stuff, folks, because it is a biometric digital wallet that will track you through your life and have the ability to give you ES scores, right? To give you government trust scores. You got to, we all know and understand the terms of our credit scores. And that is a fair and balanced system where you pay your bills, you get a good score. You don't pay your bills, you don't get a good score. It's pretty straightforward. But what about when they factor in your political leanings? And they say, oh, you voted Trump, bing, bing. That's a big old ding on your credit score right there. Thumbs up something from Alex Jones. Whoa, whoa, woo, wow, you commented positively on Alex Jones? Yeah, that's, it's so easy to control the population when you get this sort of digital wallet in place. And then that leads to the digital currencies, the central bank digital currencies. Okay. Or them saying, hey, crypto's fine, just put it on your digital wallet. Now it's got the same constraints as a central bank digital currency would have. So, real
interesting
issues.
Yeah.
And they've done it. This is a done deal.
And they want to track and surveil you. Just think about, I forget where he was just at, or he's going there, or was just there, but the mayor was saying, we don't want you here, you're not invited. We don't want you here, your kind, your ilk is not welcome. Well, you know what that's saying also? That's saying that everybody that lives there is welcome, that supports Trump. Because if you don't like Trump, you don't like his followers either. You don't like his supporters. I mean, these people, they have an agenda, and all of this technology will be used to control people.
Yeah, they compared this in some ways to the vaccine passports. And so how hard would it be for them to have this digital wallet also become a vaccine passport? Boom, just add a window and boom, now it's your vaccine passport. How simple is that? Look how much better your life is now, right, Barry?
Always, they're selling the convenience thing, but they don't tell you all the downsides.
Convenience is the piece of freedom.
Yeah, I'd rather have my freedom than convenience. I mean, we've got enough convenience in the world today already. We need a whole lot more, to be quite honest with you. In fact, we need less of it, and we need to be able to move around a little bit more and not be so lazy.
And we always want to talk about solutions. So what is the solution here? Is don't get it. If you're listening to us in Europe, don't get one of these. They're not going to be mandatory, at least at first, until it hits a critical point. Do not get them. Do not sign up for it. If you know somebody signed up for it, get them out of it. Get out. Do use it. Do not use it. Do not use it. If no one wants it, no one uses it, then it can't go anywhere. It'll die on the vine.
Be like Fanny and have stacks of cash. Pay for cash for everything.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that cash is going to big player. I mean, they're going to have to like give us some bait. We will never go for it, but some people will. You know, they're going to have to stick that carrot out there to get people to go on with this, to get on board with this tyranny. I think that's will be like kind of their final, attempt.
Yeah, matching deposits for the first, like these gambling sites do. Once you make your first purchase, we'll match it.
Yeah,
we'll give you $200 once you sign up here and use this for 1 month.
Or so, like, if you get the vaccine, we'll give you a burger and fries. That wasn't a very good deal, though, if you ask me. But some of the places were offering up to $1 million lottery, and free weed, free pot, free weed, free hamburgers, and I mean that was kind of insulting, though. I mean, a hamburger to get a shot that you don't want to get, a hamburger. Give me a break,
donut.
Man. At least make it attractive.
Krispy
At least
Kreme.
make it,
a donut.
A burgers for a year or something.
They were doing shots for shots.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they were clever with the marketing, but they didn't offer very much to get people out. I don't think. Maybe the weed brought some people out and the lottery won, but I don't even know who won the $1 million. Did they ever pay it out? I never heard anything about it in the mainstream media. It was probably a hoax.
Right. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, no, we the mayor's brother won that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Not a hoax.
What's
Fanny's boyfriend?
The odds of that, right?
So 1 million acres have been burning in Texas.
A bummer.
Yeah, 1 million acres. And I don't know, man. Mayorkas is saying that is global warming, which of course he is.
Everything's global warming. From their point of view.
Yeah, I don't know. It raises a question. What's going on with that? There's a lot of ramifications to it. And I know we were talking about this extensively before. I think it was off the air, though.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you're constipated, global warming. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Constipation is caused by global warming.
Well, and Mayorkas would tell you that that's why the border is being flooded, because of global warming. All these people are fleeing the beautiful beaches of, Costa Rica to come up here to, live in the sweat bowl of, Dallas in the summer or whatever, right? It's like, oh, you're escaping global warming. You're going to come to Texas because it's so cool there in the summer. It's like, yeah.
You know what I think it is they're creating shortages just like they've been doing since Joe Biden's been pretending to be the president.
Absolutely.
And I just think that it's another control tactic. And if you think about it, Texas really inspired a lot of Americans when they decided to protect our border. And so maybe they're just trying to say, okay, Texas, you want to play that game? I mean, that's all pure speculation. But that's what comes to my mind, that they're trying to get Texas back and ruin the cattle industry. I think you were saying earlier, censorship may be off air, that, we're going to have a great summer for steaks. The price is going to be low because you need to kill all the cattle because they can't feed them. But we're going to pay the price later.
Yeah. I mean, potentially. It could be certainly seen in some markets down there. If they just lost 80% of their, grain, the feed in certain areas. Yeah. And cattle land in, Northwest Texas and the panhandle up there, then they would probably, run into big issues where they might need to cull some of those herd and put them to market. So it'll hurt us next year, but it could be good for, the price of steak in the next coming month or two. I don't know. But yeah, that's manipulation. We've seen all these people coming into the United States, Chinese especially, these operative military-aged men from China coming in left and right. And if they're not up to something in the shadows, I don't know. They might not be. They might just be here to try to get dishwashing jobs, but they also might be here to, go out and sabotage certain industries and sectors and do strategic things to our country. There's a big article I read about how China is at war with us and they want to win the war without ever firing one bullet. And that's the kind of stuff you do to, not only inject TikTok into the minds of all our kids and poison their brains with TikTok, but also systematic things in the economy to bring us down a notch over and over and over, divide us. put us in a simmering pot, divide, stir the pot, and then flare off a war, a revolution, possibly, you know?
I believe it was
But
RuPaul was saying just the other day that a violent revolution is inevitable.
Yeah, RuPaul is buying land in Wyoming, was it? Or Montana?
I believe so. Yeah.
Or not buying, but has land up there.
To basically get away from the Civil War that's coming.
Like 6,000 acres too, like a big ranch. To go
him
bug out
and his husband are going to move down there. So.
Them. So let's see. I do have good news for you guys. And the lowest homicide rate in 22 years is happening right now, and Bloomberg cites migration as the reason for the huge fall in violent deaths. 22-year low. And I was talking about it on Wednesday. If you're a leader of Venezuela, any of these countries in Central America, and you're not emptying your prisons, putting them on buses, sending them up to Texas, you're negligent. You're a horrible leader if you're not doing that for your country. Right now, it's a golden opportunity for every country on the planet. Put all your criminals on planes and buses, send them to the southern border. Your crime rates are going to drop. You're going to look like the best president ever, a la El Salvador. You know, guys strutting around like a peacock because he's got crime down so much and the streets are safe again. Well, what happened to all the criminals? What happened to all the gangs?
And the leftist leaders have said openly, I mean, they have openly said that their priority is not the American people, but the illegal immigrants over here. That's what's important. So remember we talked about how they're just going to show their true face, their true colors, their true identities, and how they're going to show you how they truly have disdain for the American people and they hate us with a passion as well as America. Well, when you say that illegals from all over the world are more important than the American people, that's just absolute proof of that. These people are lunatics and psychopaths, and people on the left should be just as equally outraged as those of us on the right are. I mean, what is wrong with
them? And they're starting to wake up.
They are starting to wake up. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. I told you I was like down on the Mexican border last week. I went to a Mexican food truck to get a delicious, awesome burrito. And they were all MAGA. They were all MAGA. The Mexicans working the truck were all MAGA. They hate Biden. So on that note, folks, we are plumb out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We will be back Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for 3 hours of the fastest radio of all time. Thanks for listening. We'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
All right. We're off air. But we're not. We are off the radio side.
Oh, we're not. We're still going.
Yeah, we're still going.
We're podcasting. Mofos, we are podcasting.
We're podcasting. Great poupons.
In the house. So let's see. What do I got left here?
What do you got? What do you got? Give it to us, man. Give it to Yo right now. What is
she? Oh, CPAC. Oh, you guys are gonna love this one. Let me turn on my speaker again. Power on. I literally just said Brent released his book the other day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
Dissidently speaking. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's Donald Trump at CPAC. Oops. Here's Donald Trump at CPAC.
And in many ways, we're living in hell right now. Because the fact is, Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. He really is a threat to democracy.
He really is.
I stand before you today not only as your past and hopefully future president, but as a proud political dissident. I am a dissident. And in many ways, we're living in hell right now.
Oops.
Because the fact is, Joe Biden is a threat to democracy.
I don't know why that plays that twice in a row on the same video. Yeah. Well, no, it just plays it twice in a row and then it's done.
Well, it's so important, man. Why?
He's a political dissident. Why would he use that term in the exact couple of days when Brent's book came
read
out?
The book, man.
dissidently speaking. You
Maybe
know what
he
I'm saying?
read the book. I bet he reads books. I
He got a heads up.
But probably.
Hey, this is a theme. Use this term because people will understand it because Brett's book's coming. That to me is amazing.
I mean, you got to ask him
amazing,
on Wednesday, for sure.
Oh yeah.
He'll probably try to downplay because he's a humble guy, but we'll say, hey man, give us the down low. Did you or did you not speak with Trump? Come on, tell us.
Did you give him a signed copy?
Well, somebody put that in Trump's ear or his speechwriter's ears, or somebody got wind of that and made that. It's too much of a coincidence for me to believe that didn't have something to do with it.
Well, it's what Yotivation has said. She's talked about the ripple effect. What's the other analogy you give a lot, Yotivation?
I'm not sure.
Well, you talk about how everything that we do, just kind of spreads out, and like maybe Trump has no idea that it came from Brent, but someone read the book and somehow it got put into a speech. I mean, it's like these ripples are coming out, man, from everybody that's doing. I think even the people that are doing the smallest of work, the ripple comes out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's what happens. We are put here to be create things. And an idea occurred because Brent took the time to write this book. And yeah, it does have ripple effects out there. Once you start sharing your thoughts and ideas and the truth a lot of times, because so many people are caught up in a fantasy world that's built from lies and beliefs. False beliefs. And so once you present to them another option, they start to open their thinking a little bit more. And then we get out of this woke weirdness that we've been in, that, they've been shutting down conservative voices. They've been shutting down the facts and the truth so that people will just shut up and be quiet and swallow the narrative and go along with whatever they're, saying and pushing us in that direction. Mm-hmm. So Brent, definitely everybody who has the courage to stand up and share, what you've been learning has an impact on the future. If you didn't create it, it wouldn't have an impact, but you created it, and now there will be a ripple effect into the future.
I always see choices as like alternate dimensions. Like the choices that we make create, different outcomes. Therefore, it's like a different
timelines.
Yeah, timelines. And now, how much of that is actually changing by our actions? It may be dramatic. It may be less dramatic. I don't know. It might depend on the person and their position of power and so forth. But that's how I kind of tend to see it. Like, if you make, 10 horrible mistakes, that puts you on a different trajectory, which puts other people on a different trajectory as well, because then you're coming in contact with people you may not have normally been in contact with had you made better decisions and better choices.
Oh, yeah.
And just look how the future is going to be changed by Mitch McConnell stepping down, by Jacob Rothschild dying. These old heavy hitters are no longer going to be gatekeepers. They're no longer going to be able to be master manipulators like they used to be. The balance of power is changing. And they can only hide it for so long. I really do think that everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end, seasons. And this is just temporary. We're going to get through this. And thankfully, we all were able to realize so that we could save our nation. It doesn't feel like it's safe today, but we did.
Yotivation, and then you came right back. Okay.
Oh, good. I also think that it changes the trajectory. And even though it might be off by a little bitty degree right now, over the course of time, it's going to put you in a totally different realm.
Mm-hmm. And another way to look at all this, think about these nefarious powers that have been in control and gaining more control, by the years for decades now, right? Think about, had they not put forth their nefarious agendas, where we would be today.
Oh, yeah.
Can you even imagine where we would be today? The progress that humanity would have made. The evolution of humanity and mankind, going to the next level in so many different ways with science and education and technology and just the human spirit, being more human, being better, nicer, kinder, more gentle towards one another. Imagine the world we'd be in if it was not for these nefarious. They are the ones that have messed with the timeline. They're the ones that have changed the timeline. This is not where we would be today had they not been jacking with everything. And they've been jacking with everything and jacking with us for a very long time.
Yeah.
And that time and that day is over. And all evil eventually gets removed. Always. It's a biblical, historical truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they shouldn't have messed with us. That's for sure.
That's
because
the point.
right, they're the ones who usurped. That's my word. Especially, we could take Joe Biden as a primary example. He usurped our elections. The Democrats, that's what they're doing right now. They don't trust that we're going to make the decisions that they want us to make, and we're not. We're all supporting President Trump to the tune of probably 80% of the country. And there's a reason for that. They're going to lose their power and control if they don't do something about President Trump right now. It's a battle. And if President Trump gets in there, we're going to resort back to common sense and law and order. We're going to, and it's going to happen quickly because the deep state, they purposefully put us on a path of pain and suffering and misery and control and power. But President Trump, he's the only reason why we know how much better it could be, because we were so much better off. And she wasn't supposed to lose, right? Hillary was supposed to be in there for 8 more years after Barack Obama. We never would have known any of this stuff if President Trump hadn't got in there. So you talk about changing the course of the future.
Motivation, how long have you been fighting this fight, this battle? And I ask you the same question, CS, after Motivation gives her answer, because I'm curious.
Well, I know how long she's been fighting, but yeah, I can wait till she answers to answer how long she's been fighting this. Yeah.
Since about 2015, politics was never my thing. Believe me, it's only a necessity why I do what I do. Health and wellness was always my passion. Mm-hmm. And then I was in support of President Trump the second he came down the escalator.
You were in love.
Really?
It was an escalator moment.
The second he came down, I remember going into my kitchen, and for some reason I had a Trump magnet on my refrigerator, and I pointed out to my mom, who lives in New York. So she, was there. I remember the moment it happened. I'm like, we need President Trump because he's not a politician.
Wait, you had a Trump magnet on your fridge, like just a random Trump magnet from before you ever, not a non-political one?
Yeah.
Really?
It wasn't even a magnet. It was a button that one of my friends from New York had. Mm-hmm. And she had given it to me, and I hung it on my refrigerator. It was on a piece of yarn, and I hung it over a magnet. Yeah.
Oh, it was just a Trump branding for his company? Or you went to the university, right? You went to Trump University. That's your big claim to fame, right?
No, I went to the School of Hard Knocks.
Okay.
But then before that, how long were you doing the health and wellness thing too? So that kind of plays into that's important. You know what I'm saying? So how long have you been were you doing that?
Oh, that had been my passion for since I don't know, 20 something. I just started working out and eating healthier, learning about hormones. And then in 2015, again, I know this because my brother passed away that year. And I had a moving inside of me. Like, I had gone through so much grief and emotions and turmoil that I finally was so tired. I had no noise left in me, and I could hear things. And I was getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning and doing research and just letting my fingers do the typing. And I couldn't believe all the stuff I was learning. I felt like I had gotten a hand a hand manual on how the human body works and functions and responds. And then I started getting into the subconscious a little bit. And I was so deep into it, doing so much research, far beyond what, I mean, we know so much now that we didn't know then, but I did. I was on the leading edge and I was so caught up in it. And then
go ahead.
President Trump, and I had to change my passion.
Well, a lot of people don't really recognize who they are either. And I'm one of those people, I learn from myself as well as do my own research, but I study myself because I'm a complex person. And so I'm kind of figuring myself out, looking at my weaknesses, the things that I struggle with, and I try to find ways to work around my weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm getting the optimization out of my life that I can and try to make those corrections. And so I think that's important, to sort of study yourself a little bit, learn about yourself, then you can work around the weaknesses.
So Barry, you said I would get to answer when Yotivation started.
Yeah, because I got to point to all of this, and I wanted to know exactly, like, when did you start, this kind of journey of, awareness or whatever, and wanting to spread truth and share it with others, and et cetera. Like, when did that begin?
Well, I mean, how long have I been a conservative-leaning libertarian?
Well, I would say if I put it in a term, I would say truther, because that's kind of the general term. How long have you been a truther?
I mean, I got turned on to Rush Limbaugh back in the 80s. You know what I mean? And I've been listening to him, and I was that guy that would read 3 books a week. not quite that many, but a minimum 1 book a week for years. And I would have talk radio on all the time. And so all through, high school, college, I listened to tons and tons of talk radio, Levin, Savage, the greatest of all time, of course, Rush Limbaugh, and have always been into that. And then I just got into, business, whatnot. I wasn't advocating for anything in those days per se, but it only really turned into about 2017 when I started my Minds channel that I got into actively trying to spread any kind of information in a way that I felt people were listening, that they could hear it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, it's been minds.com for sure the whole way through. That has been, my main voice and my main ability to get the word out.
So basically, the two of you guys have had some serious resolve. I mean, you've been sticking with it. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to get at, is a lot of people out there are kind of worn out. They're kind of tired. They don't want to be in this fight. They want things to be normal. I want all those people out there to take courage by these examples like Yotivation and CS, who have great resolve and who basically are relentless. You know what I'm saying? They just keep coming. They get knocked down, of course. We're all human, and we fall and all that, but they just keep getting up and take strength from that, because we're no different than anybody else out there. We're no different than anybody else. So you can get that strength and just fight at the capacity that you have. Just fight at the capacity.
And I'll tell you, it's getting to the point where they're taking people like us and throwing them in jail nowadays. It's kind of scary, Show me the person, I'll show you the crime. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's getting, we really need Trump in office for me to feel safe doing this for another 4 or 5, years after this. It's really
And they've demonized us so bad that when it does happen, so many people turn a blind eye to it. They go, oh, they're bad people. They're bad people.
Yeah.
And you know what keeps me going? Because like I said, I had
wine. Yeah, wine, but go ahead.
Wine. No, knowing that the only way that we can lose is if we give up. If we decide, that I'm not going to vote, I'm not going to raise my voice, I'm not going to look for the truth on my own, then yep, we're going to lose. But if you just keep getting up and you just keep doing it every day, trying to keep up so that you are able to make educated and informed decisions rather than being manipulated by beliefs, it changes everything, and it puts you in a different realm or reality than the people who do believe the lies or the lies from the television. I just feel like we live in two different realities at the same time, where there's a world out there that people believe that men can have babies and periods and be women.
Yeah.
People do believe that. And then there's the other side where people are more common sense and stick to the facts. And it's that way with just about every single topic that you could probably think of.
Yeah. It is. Now, I want to bring something up here. Because Willie kept complimenting you, Barry, on how smart you are.
All right,
Well,
guys.
he's obviously not the
After that,
smartest.
I'm going
Willie's
to take us off air so that you guys can still talk, but I want to take and start editing because I have some editing to do.
I was going to bring up a funny point, but yeah, we don't have to include it.
All right. So if you're not
anyway,
going to do that,
thanks
then...
for everyone for listening. We love all you guys at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for tuning
and
in.
Hopefully I can
man.
figure something else out to make this work. Maybe I'll have to cut some streams off. I don't know. We'll be working on that. See what we need to do.
It could be time to move on
work.
from Skype too. It's been a good long run with them, Mark, but it might just not be working for us.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to start looking for something better. We might have to go to
Josh.
What?
Josh.
Well, we tried to use Josh but before, and just me and him, and it didn't really work out that much with the others. So I'm thinking that if anything, we might go to something like Discord.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be, with as many platforms, it holds, out for other people for a lot of platforms. So we might need to do that then. I don't know. I'll be working on a lot of things till then. But everybody out there, thank you. Good night, everybody. I'm having some browser issues again. So, but everything else seems to be going good as far as broadcaster goes right now. Our radio side went out perfect, the whole stream. So I don't know what's up with that.
Right.
But yeah.
Excellent.
So we love you all. If I could, I would host us out, but that's not going to happen tonight. But if you can, check out, if you're on Kick, go over to HD the King, or later on Nikki Tude later on tonight, or even, some of the other greats that are over there that support me. And with that, hey, everybody over there on D Live that supported in with helping out, I really appreciate it. All right, and
the 5 people hanging out with us on Rumble right
and
now.
over on Facebook as well. I cut them off earlier, but anyways, good night, folks. And with that, I'm out of here.